Welcome to the Horror Hangout, a podcast where film fans watch the best and worst horror movies and talk about them. My name is Ben Errington, and today I'm joined by regular co-host.
Andy Conduit Turner. And before we continue, Ben, before we introduce our guest of the day, if anyone follows up by saying, what do you call a group of white blokes podcast? Get some new material, guys. Get off Reddit, you hacks. Anyway, we're joined today by very special guests.
Very special guests is Matt and Butch, the hosts of Draw One Last Breath podcast, a podcast for all things horror, movies, news, and reviews. Welcome to the show, guys. Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
What's
How
up,
are you
mate?
doing since
How
we
you
last
doing,
saw you
guys?
guys fighting for your
Recovered, I
lives in
think.
London?
Recovered, right?
Yeah, definitely not as tired as I was, but I feel like, it's a big weekend. It's like our weekend for the 1 year, and it's not a holiday. It's definitely work.
You work
Oh, right.
exceptionally hard putting out this content. I enjoyed your guys' episode roundup. You really put the numbers in as well for the amount of films you got through between screeners and on the ground too. So it's a lot.
Well, yeah, and that's off to you. 5 hours, 45 minutes. I think I've got through 2 hours, 40 minutes so far. So
It's more
It's
to
a
come. You
big
see how
old
we get
slog.
we see how we get more tired. Look like the Emperor Palpatine by the end. Withered.
nice. There's a
You got
lovely little mistake around 2 hours, 19 minutes when some Muppet says some weird stuff.
Oh, I think Ben manages to edit out most of the basic. This guy goes past and he
He
musters
means
all of
he
his.
means him. No, he means
himself.
him.
Oh, I thought
He
you meant the
means the
actual man
moment
that
he
walked
did it.
past. No,
But I
your
did.
error is really good. But the man that I'm actually still raging about is a guy that walked behind Ben and said TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. And I was like, I think Ben edited me around and me telling him to go and end his life violently, but mostly just told him to
He
read the
didn't mean you,
newspaper.
Butch. He wasn't talking about you
No,
Nice.
in that instance.
you were invited
We
on
managed
camera.
to.
You can say as silly as you like
I
things.
got confused because when we were interviewing the director and the star of Apopheniac, some guy just randomly came over and started going, "All right, fucking hell," but he had a bit of a look about him where, like, I thought he could be a movie star. I mean, absolutely,
He looked like Joanna Lumley from Absolutely Fabulous.
he looked
Nice.
like he did. But that's the thing. He looked like Joanna Lumley from Absolutely Fabulous, but with no teeth. That's
Yeah.
right. But I edited him
This is
out.
what really happens if you do a ton of meth. You don't get glamorous at all.
What I like to do is if I see anyone with a microphone having a lovely chat about a lovely film, just go over there and force my way between everyone and grab the microphone
Think,
and get
you
your
think to
horrible
yourself,
breath all over it. I'm blaming him. So after Fright Fest, I had like the flu or a cold for like it was a really lingering one. The Fright Fest flu, easy for you to say. I'm blaming this guy putting his
yeah,
gob all around me microphone. That's not a euphemism.
yeah. Honestly, he got closer than Liam Gallagher does to his mic. He was really
Nice.
swallowing it down like Kirby.
Hey, I
What?
wasn't allowed to go back 1 year because I got married around Fright Fest. That was sensible. And so the year we got married, I wasn't allowed to go the week before to Fright Fest, just in case I came back with COVID again.
That's true. It's a,
God.
it's a
Still,
risk.
we still went
We did.
for
We
like
went. We went and watched
one
Book of
week.
Monsters on the Friday.
Oh,
You
but it's
still did
okay.
it.
COVID wouldn't have got you because obviously it would take a couple of screenings to know where you were sat to be able to get to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And then it comes for you. How
Did you
many?
feel like spitefully getting COVID at your wedding during the reception to make sure that can never be brought up against you again? So I stayed safe and didn't do this thing I really wanted to, but then I got COVID anyway.
How many years have you guys been to Fright Fest now? What was this year? What number was that for you guys?
Ooh, how long have we gone now, Butch?
I look back at the tickets and stuff like that. I reckon first one we went to was 2014, but we didn't
Oh wow,
go.
okay.
We didn't go every year for the whole weekend. We the first one we went to, I think it was just a Sunday, just to check it
Try
out.
that out.
Yeah, just to dip your toe.
But we've done every weekend, well, in and out. And we did one during COVID. We had our own little digital Fright Fest where we
Oh yeah.
we did a bit of ours, a bit of my bungalow, and then a bit of Matt's. So we went back and forth,
Oh,
because we were part of a bubble.
yeah. Mm, that's
But
good.
yeah, we've been sort of in and out. I sort of the first one I remember, like I could say a real problems like remembering. I have to go back and look at programs and go, what did I watch like back then? And I think the first one I remember was like this Australian movie called These Final Hours. Um,
Okay.
it was freaking fantastic. It's like apocalyptic end of the world scenario. They love their genre movies and stuff.
Mm.
I always remember that, and that was the old Empire, Matt, wasn't it? Because the seats were
Yeah,
freaking awful.
Oh, okay.
yeah. It wasn't the greatest cinema, was it? The seats were a bit uncomfortable, but
That's
yeah.
good memory though, because you say about not remembering. Sometimes there are films from last year I don't remember.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, have I seen that? I don't know.
Shelby Oaks got me like that because it's building
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
a big release now, and I genuinely watched three-quarters
This
of the
looks
trailer.
great.
I was saying to myself, this looks really promising, but somehow eerily familiar. They ripped off that film. No, it's the
You've already seen it.
exact film that I've seen a year ago.
Well, I wonder how much more is going to be in that film, to be honest. Because
Yeah,
apparently
they've
there's on
got
reshots
neon
of
money
it.
now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
maybe the old bloody thing. They've changed it all.
All the actors, everything.
Everything exactly.
They're all de-aged Robert Downey Jr.'s, sparing no expense. Shiny and rubbery as the day.
Guys. I wanted to talk to you about the start and how you guys came to start Draw One Last Breath podcast, because you guys are at nearly 200 episodes, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
200. We hit 200 next March, I think it is.
Oh, okay. So you've got it down, like when you're going to hit it. Are you going to
Yeah.
do anything special for 200? Do you think?
More than likely. I mean, we did for
Naked.
100, so we're missing one. We're missing Geordie Paul from this one.
Oh, we are. Yeah, of course. We should
But
mention that, yeah.
bless him. But he came
He's
on
fine,
board.
everyone. Nothing.
Yeah.
None of us have got him. He's
Yeah,
fine. He's doing well.
But he came on board on episode 100, so we might kick him off on 200, right?
Oh, I see.
Oh, replace him. There can be only one Highlander
Oh.
style.
Matt, did you say naked? Do it naked.
Or we could just do it naked, yeah.
No one would ever know, would they?
No, because we don't
You
really,
can't
we don't
hear
put a video out,
nudity.
so it's all good.
You can't hear nudity, can you? Unless you're
Recording in a very
Especially-
hot environment.
and you're especially hung and it's windy.
Love that. We got a
Shame we've
few-
already done 28 years later, otherwise you could have done that for the
Oh,
episode.
God.
So how did you guys get started doing the podcast?
Matt,
I mean, we're in, I think, our friend's kitchen. Dan Evans, he's been on our podcast as well, and we've always been horror fans, haven't we? Me and Butch have just always been into horror movies, specifically 80s horror movies. We used to do like, this sounds way sexier than it is, but hot dogs and horror nights.
Oh, wait, you told me about this, didn't you, Butch? You told me
Yeah.
about this. Hot Dogs and Horror Nights,
Yeah.
and was it Butchermania as well?
yeah, we'd watch like
Butchermania.
Human Centipede or Martyrs or something like that, and then we'd watch WrestleMania after. It's movies to keep you up at night, and then be able to go on and watch WrestleMania until 4 in the morning.
What a time.
This sounds
And to
perfect.
think of this, at the era that, certainly before the podcast started, but the era when you first started going to Fright Fest, we'd have practically been neighbours.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd have been in
Goodness
Swindon
gracious.
at that time.
yeah. I mean, I've known Matt since like I was about 19, so like a lot, like 25 years old, I guess. And like, we lived together, and so we watched tons of movies and stuff like that,
right.
like Drunken at Night. So, and my mum was really into it as well, like Stephen King and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's just it's just it's the best genre because it covers so much. Because you can
Yeah.
literally tag anything into horror. People think that I always love these little posters like that's not horror, that's not horror. Anything is horror. If it's got a little bit in there, we'll take it.
Yeah.
And you go around the internet when you see someone making a comment like that. I've seen this. Butcher a comment. Your mom's horror every single time.
Oh, no need to get personal.
Yeah.
How many-
Yes,
how
you
many hot-
started it?
How many hot dogs were consumed each night per person? A hot dog and horror
Wow.
night.
All depend how many
Were there
attendees
as many
were.
as those two fellas in weapons had on their tray? They had a
Jesus
lot, didn't
Christ.
they?
Think everywhere all at once.
Oh, I see. Finger dogs.
Yeah, finger dogs.
Finger dogs. Did you guys start off like covering like your favorites, or did you start off covering? Because when we started, we did like I think it was a top 50 Empire horror list or something like that. Did you just pick random ones and sort of cover them that
Well,
way?
Looking back, the first episode was Cargo, that with Martin Freeman, that zombie one that he was in.
I
It's when
think
the
we
zombies
did
have
that
Dolce
as well.
Lesh on their face.
Yeah, so we had a chat, we worked out what we wanted to do. So we always wanted to do something new and then something old, and we called it Movie from the Vault, which we came up with. And then we started coming up with these middle sections, something to scream about, where we can just literally dive into like our top 10 horrors, top 10 goriest moments, all those sorts of stuff.
Well, we used to have like a jar with loads of
Yes.
bits of paper rolled up
Oh, I see.
Like,
That's a good idea.
with
Yeah.
kind of like themes. So it's like favorite slashers or favorite kills or animals in movies. And we used to pick it
Yeah.
out each week. And for some reason, we stopped. We just ran out of.
Run out of ideas.
Run out of
We
paper. You've gone
per-
digital.
we always offer the other person. So if I do a movie from the vault one week, then Matt will do it the other, and then obviously now we've got Paul here choose it. So we've got to wait now 3 episodes to pick our.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
if
but
I-
that's
Evolve.
frustrating in a way, isn't it?
And then if we get a guest on, like one of our mates, then we offer it out to them to pick us a movie. And they've been some. There's been some shockers. Like
Oh,
I mentioned one of our mates, Doigy, he picked Robert when he came on. I don't know if you've seen that any of those franchise. Oh,
I
like a
don't know.
little kind of
What is
doll,
that?
it's like
Robert.
Chucky. It's like Chucky on a budget.
A
Oh
very low
no.
budget.
I think I do know. Yeah, I think I
They're
can.
all on
picture them.
Netflix.
And his name's Robert.
All the
Yeah.
bloody Roberts are on Netflix. Oh my god.
Not
Yeah,
enough
we've
love,
done.
not enough love for that one.
No, I don't even know what it was.
Get on the watch list, Robert. Come
So
on.
you got to wait. So you got to wait even longer to choose your own film now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh mate, but then you
Look
could just
at-
punish everyone and go, right, that's it. I'm gonna get you all to watch something either really disgusting or something really boring.
Well, the thing is, when Geordie Paul came on, bless him, he's seen a lot of movies, he's seen a lot of horror, but he hasn't seen kind of those kind of low budgety kind of middle of the
Yeah.
road stuff. So gradually we've been chipping away at him to kind of change him, getting into
Ah.
our ways. So he's gradually coming over to the kind of gory, kind of low effects kind of stuff, and he's
Yeah,
finding his way.
because I think we had a bit of a conversation at Fright Fest where he likes the art. Did he say R
The
tier ones?
arty ones.
The
Yeah,
R
yeah.
tier ones. Yeah, yeah. Ones that really make you think.
What's that? Blood and black lace and all that. Anything with a
Shallow.
bottle of JB in the background and stuff like that. So
Do you think you've broken him though in terms of like watching?
I think he's broken me more than anything.
You love it.
It's a mutual breaking
Yeah.
for the
Well-
both of you.
Well, his first
You know-
ever time on, we got him in episode 10 for a laugh. So way back in the day, and he came on to Class of Newcomb High. That was his first ever time.
Oh yeah, that's a
fucking-
good
Can you
one, yeah.
imagine that?
Hated it. And now he's like raving about Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah.
Love
So
it.
funny you said that was his first episode. So I was about to say what we'll really do. We'll work on him together, and then he'll be like, "Now the Return to Newcomb High Part 2. Really, the existentialism explained in this one, and the real nihilistic attitude to the current geopolitical state is."
Some of these
something
films
I
are
could really
deeper than
grip
you
onto.
expect, aren't they?
I do love how articulate you are, Andy.
He just one of them's got to do it. One of the hosts has got to do it. See, I could barely get
Ben's
that
the
one
handsome
out.
one. So
Well, thank you. Yeah, so nearly at 200 episodes. Good work, guys. Keeping it
and
going.
congratulations on knowing it's coming up and planning for it, rather than Ben and I. We put out our 399th episode for Fright Fest. I went, shit, it's 400 next
Oh
week.
yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
That's
much.
a massive thing,
Do you? Yeah, I'm assuming you guys, you're still chipping away. You don't feel like it's going to be the end anytime soon. Do you feel like it's like the end will never come? We kind of feel like that.
I think
Like-
sometimes we go through a little bit of like, it all depends what releases are like. So there was a bit of a lull, I'd say, probably about 2 years ago, where it was, and now it's just, I think there's so
Yeah.
much content.
Now you're in a glorious golden age that'll
Yeah.
never end.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because you guys obviously do a lot. Like, do you try and do all the new releases? As many as
No,
many as possible?
we stick to 2 week schedule. So we meet every 2 weeks, and whatever we kind of is in that like area, then
Yeah.
we do. So we get what we get.
But sometimes you
Like,
do more
We've
than
missed
one.
some bangers as well.
Yeah,
You do
Yeah,
more
we
than
have-
one sometimes, right?
we had to do for Bring Her Back and Weapons. It was just every
Yeah,
now and
that's-
again when you get like the schedule for the summer is ridiculous, right? You boys put it out though, right? You go for it. Anything new, you're
It's
on.
quite
Yeah,
lucky
we try.
because
We try. I don't think we always were as good as we were, but now we're.
there were
hopefully
3
a
of
little
us,
bit
but
more.
now there are 2, and we're quite comfortable. Like, if one of us can't make it, like if Ben has a wedding or if I have a work trip, then the other one can just carry on with a guest. And we've had so many guests that have been on
Yeah, we try and do that now.
quite a lot as well. So, like, if you don't have the pressure of, right, I've got to meet and like court this new person, shed that we're not a bad kind of weirdo that you don't want to come on a podcast with. We've got loads of folks that come on regularly enough that
Sounds
it's
like something a weirdo would say.
yeah,
Oh,
I know.
I'm not that kind of weirdo.
I'm just a regular human like you. Why did you say it like that?
If we were going to ask you guys so if we're going to do Mount Rush horror for you guys, you're going to do like a combined one, is that right? So 2 each,
let's do it.
2 picks, your favorite horror characters, directors, actors slash, we've had props,
Creatures, props.
props. Yeah, like the most
There are no
iconic
rules.
horror stuff that is your favorite. 2 of each. Can you do that?
I'll get the chisel out.
Absolutely.
Combined, probably. If we were going to combine, Matt, I'd probably say John Carpenter's. I mean,
100%.
he's
I mean, you
completely.
don't have to do combined, but John Carpenter's a good start, of course.
Matt's got like a wicked George A. Romero poster, like signed somewhere, which is
Yeah. I
very
mean,
cool.
I think that he'd have to be on it because it's just like that's our favorite movie. I'd say is Dawn of the Dead. So, the original, and we both met George A. Romero, and he was so nice when we met him.
Wow. Where did you guys meet him?
I
London.
met him once at a thing called Collectomania in Milton Keynes, but this was
Yeah.
so long ago. And then me and Butch met him again, didn't we? Was it at
That was London Film and Comic Con.
London
Yeah.
Film and Comic Con? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
Cool.
yeah, he was great. So he'd have to be on there just because he just had so much time, didn't he, to chat to us,
Mm.
and just really, really was just a really kind, gentle person. And it was just at the time, like he didn't really have a queue either. And you think to yourself, why has this man not got a queue?
Yeah,
through the
what's
back
going
door?
on there?
But I think if he was there now, that queue would be
Yeah.
huge because I
Yeah.
think he's just a legacy so that he's left behind him. So definitely George A. Romero.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll probably stick actors up there and make Monroe, like from a screen queen and like a complicated screen queen. She's
That's a
the
good
most
shout.
recent. She's up there. Like Long Legs was fantastic. It Follows is probably one of my favorite movies in the last
Yeah.
20 years. So yeah, in terms of actors,
I don't think anyone's chosen Micah Monroe before, so that's a
She's
good
up.
shout. I think I agree with you there. It Follows, definitely up there. Loved her in Long Legs as well.
Mm.
yeah. Watchers. Is there another one?
Yeah, that's the one where they're like from across like apartments.
Yeah.
She sees something happening, didn't she? Yeah, almost like a rear window type situation.
But a real good twist at the end.
But she's definitely the kind of person I think as soon as you see that she's attached to something, you go, okay, now I'm interested in that.
This'll be
Like,
good.
maybe I wasn't, but then suddenly you're like, okay.
I've
That's a good
completely
shout.
fallen
Good
off
to
the
get
road
someone.
with this one. Is she returning along with any others for They Follow, or is it totally new?
That was
folks?
supposed to be out this year, so I don't know where it's gone with
Ah.
it. So that's obviously there must be some delays in production, or
Yeah.
maybe the idea's fallen flat. I don't know. I had an idea for it. I mean, I thought They Follow. It's like a gangbang, all sorts of thing going. It's all like 'cause it's like a.
Just to give the
I knew-
ghost
I
a
knew
real
we'd get there somehow.
administrative
How come,
problem.
Butch? Anytime anyone asks you, have you got an idea for a new film? It always starts with a gangbang. Can you tell me that?
I'm just a
Michael
fan
Monroe
of.
is indeed in it, along with Friendzone Paul.
So
They're
are you
both back
saying that
again.
like the gangbang would be so the force, the supernatural force, doesn't know who to go for and
That
splits
or
off?
or it would be like, and that's why there's more entities, so he has to get
Yeah.
his mates. We're talking end game of They Follow. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Watch too many superhero movies.
I
They're
like
gonna
it.
come down like it's the Royal Rumble. They're gonna come storming down that ramp.
Well, that's what I expect from the Conjuring. We'll talk about that in a bit, but yeah, I did.
Oh, well, yeah, the Royal Rumble of Conjuring. It's God damn, it's Annabelle. She's 18 feet tall.
Yeah, definitely.
Jesus.
Oh,
Right. What? I mean, so I guess that's free, isn't it? George A. Romero, John Carpenter, Micah Monroe.
who's getting that
Michael-
last slot?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's the obvious ones like, Bruce from Jaws, but I think that's a bit done, isn't it? I mean, if
Oh,
it's
it looked
me,
marvelous on a mountain.
Again,
though.
I
Can you
don't think
imagine that?
anyone's picked him
Oh,
before.
really?
Not for.
Typewriter from Shining.
I like the way you
Maybe.
think. I like your thinking there.
I mean,
I
but
like
I
it.
think I really want to put Rob Zombie up there as well,
Yeah, that's a
Mm.
good shout. Then you got to go Captain Spaulding or as a character. Then.
or just Captain Spaulding, yeah.
Yeah.
But just I
I
mean,
mean, stuff's
Rob-
getting into an administrative pickle because if you put Rob Zombie up there, somehow, whether I chisel it or not, his wife's going to turn up on it as well.
yeah, true. Just in the background.
Nothing
Just
wrong with
in the-
that.
I didn't do that. The architects come down.
How's this bloody happened?
Sherry Moon Zombie up there. I didn't do this.
So, are you going for Rob Zombie? It's
Yeah.
good that you got Rob Zombie and John Carpenter up there. I guess two different Halloween directors. I like it.
yeah.
I like they could be bookended by that. I like when you said about a typewriter from The Shining. Now it got me thinking about other things from The Shining you could have up there. The old bloody edge maze on one of them.
Big croquet mallet.
Big old croquet mallet. Of course, if you're thinking book or miniseries, yes. Axe if you're thinking movie. Yeah, this is all good stuff. I like it.
Mm.
There we go. Though, let's get that
Oh.
chiseled. Andy, can you get that sorted?
Yeah, I'll get right onto the engineering department. This Patreon money is going a long way.
It's going a long way, isn't it? We've just
Thank you guys for not giving us one that was completely difficult to engineer. We had one a few weeks ago that we had to build like tunnels into the rock so the statue of the creepy woman from The Grudge would make the noise as the wind
To be
blew
fair, though,
through.
you suggested that, so you're making more work for yourself. You've only got yourself to blame.
Yeah,
So
well,
is there an actual Mount Rushmore that we can see?
I mean, I've got to secure the land. We have to get up a few more Patreon pledges
Right,
so I can buy
I
a
got it.
mountain range in America. Then
Right.
I'll
We
be
can-
getting some artisanal workers in.
Lovely. Okay.
I mean,
get
we can Photoshop it if you want to see it.
I do. I want to see.
Little Sherry Moon zombie just popping out from Rob Zombie's breast pocket. Of course, today we're talking about the Conjuring Last Rite. So I was going to ask you guys what your relationship is with the Conjuring franchise, whether it's like your favorite or whether you could take it or leave it, or James Wan in particular, I guess. Is he right up there, would you say, for you guys?
He was. he was when Conjuring came out and he did 1 and 2, and
Yeah.
then he buggered off and did Aquaman, and I'm just like, what are you doing, mate?
That is
I mean,
weird, isn't it?
I know he did a few more. I know he helped out with the Saw and franchise and all that sort of stuff, and I know he's got a relationship with Lee Wan now, but I'm just like, you left us. I feel like you've left us.
You left us.
Let's say you're like
Like
Lex.
the lawyer
the
in
car.
Jurassic Park. He left us. Well, he's been eating on the toilet now. How did you feel when he popped up at the end of this film? There, like just smiling and nodding, like
in the end game sequence.
like the end game, end game
You know what?
funeral.
That end scene really annoyed me. The whole thing. I've got a lot of bugs
Oh,
because it
yes.
wasn't.
Spoilers for this movie, by the way.
Yes.
Do you know what I thought? Right, I don't want to jump into it now. We can come back to it. But I
Yeah,
thought
okay.
1,000 cases they've had. 1,000 cases. These were only a handful of the cases, of course, the ones that made it to films. They haven't invited them to their wedding. They've gone, do you want to come to our daughter's wedding? What?
Yeah.
Well, they're already married
Nah,
in the
you're
net,
right.
these people. But also that 1,000 cases they've solved, Ben, you do realise that is only 1% of the cases that Russell Crowe's The Pope's Exorcist dealt with.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
100,000 exorcisms he did.
He's doing exorcisms in
They're
his...
baby numbers.
As soon as
So-
he opens his mouth and starts singing Les Mis, then they're probably like,
Yeah.
done, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is it mainly just the first two? you're
Yeah,
a
well,
fan of?
we've watched them all. We've done them all, and like
Yeah.
honestly, like my relationship with Conjuring, like what's it, 2014? It came out or something like that. I shit my pants with the first one. Those movies are my kryptonite. I love them, and I've got a really good way of suspending my disbelief. So I walk into those
Oh, yeah.
natural movies and like Paranormal Activity. I will sit there in the cinema like I did last night, and I will watch it like that.
Oh, really?
And you know, that's
Basically, he's a pussy.
yeah, basically. But I did let my 14-year-old stepdaughter watch Conjuring 2. She's watched the first one, and
Yeah.
now she's watched the second one, and we watched it Friday night. And
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of 2 more than 1.
Yeah, I like
I think
to.
two's the
I'd love
best
to.
one. It's the only one we've not done an episode on.
It's really good. It's so effective, and it's just I don't know whether it's because it's closer to home as well.
Yeah, I think that's the
Relate to it a bit more. It's
closer
just
to
creepy.
home. I think it's a story we're all familiar with as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Like where obviously these
That's what
stories.
everyone's nan's house looks like.
Yeah, we've all seen that photo of like what's her name leaping across the
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
like a velociraptor. We've seen that, so
Yeah.
that's scary. What about the spin-offs? I guess the Nun, Annabelle. Is the
La
Curse of La
Llorona, not that
Llorona?
one.
Is the
And
Curse
not
of La
that one.
yeah,
Is that really in the universe? Is that
In
one
the
count?
universe.
yeah,
Yeah.
They mention
Yeah.
yeah, it's in there. It's definitely
Okay.
part of it.
I had so much high hopes for the Nun. Like doing
Yeah.
Butch, we went in there because the
Corin
director
Hardy, wasn't
Corin
it?
Hardy. I
Mm.
loved his previous stuff,
Oh yeah, of
and
course.
I back him big time. But then when I don't know with the Nun, it just there's some creepy bits, but it just didn't hit it, did it? Really?
Yeah.
Style over substance is probably
Yeah.
with
It's a
those.
problem that we've discussed a lot of times in Andy, where it's a prequel, but they've gone back in the day. Oh yeah, how did the Nun come to be? And it was like the
Already
Nun
was.
just was.
Yeah.
It's
Already
like
was.
oh
Come back for nun number 2. Valak goes to Hollywood, and you'll find out what happened. And then turns out Valak Tropical Freeze.
Valak in space. But
I'd watch that though. That's the thing.
There
No
are,
matter how bad
but the
they
thing is, with those, there are moments that still creep me out. Like there's a bit in Annabelle, the film, and on the bloody demon on top of the lift.
I rate Annabelle. I think that's great. I
pants.
think
Yeah.
it's got
Oh.
so many
Which one is that?
like Rosemary's Babies vibes. Annabelle.
Yeah, it's set in the apartment. That's the one in the
Yeah.
apartment. So.
I don't actually think I've seen any Annabelle films. I don't know why. I don't know
Annabelle
whether I just
Creation, aka Annabelle on the Farm. That's pretty good.
Annabelle Down on the Farm.
Annabelle down at
Is how
Annabelle
many are
Down
there?
Under.
Are there 3 Annabelle films?
Yeah.
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 There's
Annabelle
Annabelle
comes
Creation.
home.
And
Annabelle
Yeah.
Annabelle is at home all the time, actually, but in this one, Annabelle does like a little sequence where everyone gets haunted by a different haunted item during a house party.
Yeah.
It's a good way to explore that room.
Oh.
There'll soon be Annabelle on Matt Rife's.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's legit, isn't it? That's
I looked it up. He's bought it. He's signed, sealed, delivered. It's really interesting to see because the house was obviously passed down to the son-in-law.
yeah.
Who we get to see as Ben Hardy in the movie, and that was bizarre. So I did do a bit of reading on it, and Matt Rife has now purchased it. He doesn't. There's not an official. There's a weird kind of ownership with it, but he's allowed to. He's going to do Airbnb on it. Who's going?
To do Airbnb, not even like his old place, just like this one room with the horrible Annabelle in it.
That's
gonna
the room. That is the granny flat you can go and stay in.
Yeah.
The Annabelle
No
room.
chance. No chance.
Do the stars of this also, have they bought into this as well? Are we now going to see these actors become the real life Warrens?
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Not if they dial in their performance.
How does that? Oh Jesus! How does that bloody room work though, with all the gubbins in it? Because if it's a haunted item, you just go, "Oh, actually, I'll stick it in my room and it'll be all right." Do they all like cancel each other out? Is that how it works?
It's
Like,
like
how
I
does
reckon
it
they're
work?
all
birds of
having-
those diseases. So
It's
like
demonic toys. They're all having a party. Like when
Yeah.
the door's closed. It's
Yeah.
like Toy Story or something in there.
I guess they've just got all of their like Bible trading cards up in there against the door frame. You know, sometimes you'll cut up an old comic and you'll laminate it and make yourself a lovely coffee table or a trendy toilet like walls in a pub. You know, you've got loads of FHM pictures up there in the things laminated on.
Yeah,
They
we
just
had
do
one.
that with a really wicked Bible, and that's all the wallpaper in there. They just can't get out.
Yeah.
6 inches thick of Bible pages
Yeah.
against every wall, like cladding.
They love going in it all the time, don't they? They go, get in here! Don't touch anything, you
Oh, yeah.
mugs.
He's giving the tours.
Yeah,
It
they
gives a
love
tour about how you must never fuck around in this room, but I can give you a tour on it like it's a curiosity.
What a guy. Okay, of course, we'll get into the Conjuring Last Rites ASAP. Let's talk a little bit about some horror news. I guess off the back of you guys talking about George A. Romero. So Tina Romero, the daughter of George A. Romero, is making her own zombie movie. It's called Queens of the Dead. I don't know if you guys saw this advertised. This is coming out October 24th, so just next month. A zombie apocalypse breaks out in Brooklyn on the night of a giant warehouse party where an eclectic group of drag queens, club kids, and frenemies must put aside their drama and use their unique skills to fight against the brain-thirsty undead. I mean, that sounds like it'd be a
Perfectly
real
delightful.
laugh. Yeah, zombie have queens. I don't know if have we had that?
We
or-
haven't had drag queen zombies yet, so that's
We
pretty
haven't,
good.
have we?
Yeah, well
No.
done for an inventive idea. Hopefully, it'll be better than the Suns movie, Staunton Hill. So
Oh wait, what movie did the sun make?
you don't want to know.
I do want to know.
Staunton Hill.
Staunton
called.
Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get this on the old watch list to disapprove or
I've got
otherwise.
a DVD if you need it.
Oh, nice.
You want it?
Is it zombies or not?
No, that's the problem.
Oh, that's the bloody problem. Oh, the cover looks a bit like Stir of Echoes. Is it like a
It
rip
does
off
look
that?
a lot like Stir of Echoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gee.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
the only law on Staunton Hill, you know what the law is, Ben?
Go
According
on.
to the synopsis, the only law on Staunton Hill is the law of the Stauntons. And in this
Oh, yeah.
case, the penalty for defying that law is death. It's like playing a board game with your 8-year-old cousin or something.
You're gonna die.
Oh, I get to go first. My dad always lets me go first, and I get 2 goes. And I'm like, the
There's a
law of
quote on the
Staunton.
cover. It says, "This is as scary as it gets." Is that a quote from you, Butch?
I don't think so.
Also,
Well,
what a wonderful clipping of a thing, because you could say, like, it makes a loud sound at 1 minute 50, and this is as scary as it gets. If you chop that out, it
yeah,
sounds like an absolute belter.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, looking forward to this. This looks like
yeah, I'm
looks
looking forward to.
supposed to be good.
What's it, Undead Queens, did you say? Queens of the Dead.
Queens of the Dead. That's
Queens of
it.
the
Yeah.
Dead.
And then you mentioned Chucky. You mentioned Robert. That was his name, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Robert.
Big man Robert. There's going to be a remake apparently of the 1970s killer doll cult classic Magic, with the original obviously got Anthony Hopkins in it with that. All I remember is it's like a ventriloquist doll, isn't it? But in a little jumper, and it looks exactly the same as Anthony Hopkins. Have you guys seen this before?
I've not seen that one.
I've not. No, it's on Second Sight. I think you can get it on
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've always seen like posters and clips and stuff, but maybe it's worth checking out if there's going to be a remake. But Sam Raimi's producing the remake. I don't know if that means much these days, but the project will be written by Mark Swift and Damien Shannon, who wrote Freddy vs. Jason. So it could be a laugh.
Okay, could be a good laugh then.
Could be a good laugh.
Of course, whenever you think of dummies and dollies, Ben, what must you always remember? Remember the 5th of November style.
Had no children, only dolls, something
That's
like that.
right, Mary Shawl you have to beware of. It's a
That's
bit of
right.
a ropey rhyme, but you got to be careful.
Yeah,
Don't want to get dead silenced.
You don't want to get that. Wait, that's a James Wan film, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah. How do you feel about that one?
I've not watched Dead Silence.
No,
It's
Oh,
on the
Dead
list.
Silence is all right.
Yeah.
I do like a doll. I do like a doll movie as well. So that's one. That's got to be one on the list.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
have to
got
have
dollies. It's got Donnie Wahlberg. It's got Vinny from Home and Away.
that. I mean, there you go. That's all that's needed.
Butch loves a doll, don't you?
Proper down under.
Yeah. Ryan Quanten himself. He's at it again.
We've done an episode on it, you know. So what we always say when we recommend a movie to someone, then check out our episode because it'll
Get yourself
be
back in time.
yeah.
Nice.
The doll in Magic is called Fats, Fats, Fats.
Nice.
Like Fats Domino.
Yeah, and I think the guy, the like Corky, that's it. So he's a magician who reaches fame alongside his ventriloquist dummy, the obnoxious and wisecracking Fats, who Corky cannot control. Someone should have a quiet word with Corky and say, "Corky, that's you doing that. That's you doing that, being all wisecracking and being obnoxious." No, it's Fats. Fats is doing this. I'm assuming. Apparently, the tagline is "Magic is fun. We're dead."
Oh, I'm in.
Brilliant.
I'm in. I think we should do an episode on this, Andy, before
Yeah. Sign me
before
up.
this
I'll be
remake
here.
comes out. Yeah, let's do it. Also, I think we got a bit of news about the Alien Romulus sequel. Fede Alvarez is apparently not directing it, but they have finished the script. How did you guys feel about Alien Romulus?
Oh, you got a story, ain't you, Matt?
Oh, Romulus. Yeah, I basically won tickets to the premiere.
Did you?
Go and watch it. Yeah. Yeah. So that was cool. It
What was
pretty-
significant about the date, Matt?
the date?
Yeah,
Valentine's Day.
it was your wedding anniversary.
My
wasn't
wedding
it?
anniversary. Yeah, it was perfect. So I said to the
Took
missus,
your wife into London, a
I said that.
star-spangled evening, dinner and
Well,
a show.
mate, Disney put us up in a hotel.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, hotel, red carpet event, and I was like, I thought, oh, I'd be just around the corner with all the press and stuff, and you're walking. Nah, red carpet.
Oh,
Wow, so weird.
amazing stuff.
But it was a good experience, and it was in the IMAX as well. Like, so it was crazy in Leicester Square, and yeah, it was good. Got loads of freebies as well, which was cool.
Yeah,
And
made
just
up.
to check, was your wife your +1 for this event?
He did.
She
He did text me. He did text me and say, "I'm sorry, it's I've got to take the wife."
He texted you and asked your availability. As soon as you said you weren't available, he went, "No, I'm gonna have to be the
Yeah.
wife then, I guess."
But yeah, Alien Romulus made it to our top 10 last year, so
Yeah.
it was not bad. There's some good sequences in it. It's not a bad
TV
one.
show, not so much.
I haven't started it yet. Actually, no,
Oh,
tell a lie. I started
interesting.
it,
You're
got
not-
about
you're not
2
enjoying-
minutes in, then I was like, I'm tired.
I've watched a few episodes. I got some thoughts. We can when we get to what we've been watching, we can talk about that. Alien Romulus, I gave it a rewatch like maybe a month ago, and it didn't land as well as it. I think in the cinema I was so hyped and just like, wow, my god, what's going on? Who's this guy at the end? This bloody weird fella. And then, but yeah, some of the sequences are good. I think the anti-gravity sequences is great, but yeah, some of the callbacks in the franchise are a bit unnecessary, aren't they?
Cringy.
Forwards, Ben. It all happens before it canonically.
Yeah, it does. Which yeah, that's crazy.
Ripley copies him.
Oh,
Ripley
yeah.
heard someone else say that once. Get away from her, you twat. Um, and then last piece of news. So hopefully we're gonna get this person on for an interview this week. I've been chatting to him on Instagram. So the author Clark Collis, who wrote Screaming and Conjuring: The Resurrection and Unstoppable Rise of the Modern Horror Movie, a 500-page book, which is about horror movies as they are now. It starts from 1996 all the way up to now, so it's a real deep dive. I've read his book, You've Got Red on You, which is all about Shaun of the Dead, which is also great. But yeah, hopefully a bonus interview episode this week. Talking about films like The Blair Witch Project, Sixth Sense, Final Destination, 28 Days Later, Resident Evil, Saw, all of the good modern horror movies. And I think there's like the first 1,500, it might be 1,500, it might be more than that. But the first batch of books that get sold have got like their hardcover and they've got like the spot vinyl thing on the front and like black edges on the pages. It looks ever so nice. So I'm gonna get
Look
myself
ever
a
so
copy.
lovely on that shelf when you got yourself a copy, right, Ben?
Hell yes, I'm all over that.
If you're done with news, Ben, I've got a little bit of release news, things that are out and about or coming soon or available now. If you've been
Nice.
following along with us on the Fright Fest trail, you can join in and be part of that magic yourself because Tomb Watcher, one of the movies, the Thai horror film about a two-time in no good bloke with his dead ghost wife and his new partner having to live in a house with a dead body for 100 days, that quietly shuffled onto Netflix just after we got home. So you can enjoy that in the comfort of your own homes and pretend you were at Fright Fest yourself and catch up with it. I
Hell
think we all
yeah.
recommend this, right? We liked
Yeah,
it.
bit of necrophilia never hurt anyone. So there we go.
Never anyone. No one's
A
ever been harmed
victimless
by
crime.
necrophilia. A victimless crime. Who was it? You guys we were talking to? We're going. Who's policing this? Make sure you stay in there for 100 days with
Yeah.
that dead body. Who's
100%.
who's making you do that? No one's watching. Oh, did you stay in? Did you stay in there for 100 days with that dead body? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was horrible, horrible, creepy. It was. Right,
Thai
you go to the
lawyers
house.
ever so litigious, Ben. They'll be all over you. If they're executing a will, they're gonna make
Or are
sure.
they going to do that thing where they just do a random house call?
Yeah.
Just like, oh
If
shit.
you're not in on that day, you have to like it'd be like a Mrs. Doubtfire situation. The parole officer coming round. So that's available right now, as is not quite so recent. But if I go back into the sands of time and Fright Fest past, it was available in the US hardcover already, but now you can watch it even here in the UK. Invisible Raptor is now on VOD, so you can catch up on that.
Yes.
One of my favorites in the last couple of years. Big fans here. Got your Invisible
So
Raptor?
good.
I got my Invisible. Oh,
Yeah, he's
it's
up
not
there.
quite in arm's reach, but I've got it. Yeah.
My Invisible Raptor is just off to the side here as well. All fans, then you can
tell
get
me
that
that
on
and I wouldn't
VOD
know.
now. I'm going to be possibly renting it out this weekend to like force it upon my wife to watch. I think.
So
Lovely
good.
job.
So
Lovely
good.
job.
Yeah, that's great. And then upcoming, actually responded to one of your horror hangout posts about it, Ben, when we talked about our favorite movies of Fright Fest. The movie I picked for an interesting hangout movie was your host. It's going to be out October 14th on wider release. Don't know if that's cinema or VOD, but mark that date on your calendars if that's something that's tickled your fancy.
Get that date on your calendar immediately. While we're at it, I'm going to do some more releases. Sorry,
Go on.
guys. But Dead Reset's out on the 11th, isn't it?
11th September, yeah.
11th of September, so 3 days before the choose your own adventure style sci-fi horror video game from the guys at Dark Rift Horror. Stuart Spark, Lindsay Crane, of course, we spoke to them on the podcast on the Fright Fest episode. That's out on the 11th. And then also, I've got an interview with the director and producer of Traumatica, which is hitting US cinemas on the 12th of September. UK release currently not bolted down. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we saw that at Fright Fest last year, right? Traumatica.
Yeah, I didn't see it last year.
Absolute tale of shite.
Oh
There you
dear.
go. One review's in.
I mean, I had to go back. I've seen all this stuff about Traumatica coming out and as scary, they did with like all these Saint Veronica, this and that, the scariest movie ever. It had so much potential, that movie, Traumatica. It had such an interesting start of a found footage, really dark, disturbing demon thing. And then suddenly it went, right, we're going to go over here now. And we're like, what the fuck is this shit?
It did like a time jump thing, didn't it? Where it's almost trying to, yeah. Sometimes horror movies don't need a massive sprawling narrative that goes across decades today. It's
The
almost like,
opening has like the same sort of claustrophobic feel as like early Resident Evil previous to Village 7.
yeah.
Like that, like this dilapidated house that you're going into, and it's like lots of dark corners. The body cam stuff I really like at the beginning with.
I do quite like.
But it's going to do so well because of that poster.
Oh yeah, I said the same thing when I was speaking to the guys. I said that poster's like, people are sharing it, going, Jesus Christ, look at this.
It's blown
I
up
do like that.
online as well.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Kennedy. What was that? Sorry, man.
It's blown up online as well. It's like
Yeah.
so many like TikTokers and influencers just go mad on it.
I do like that Rebecca Kennedy. I think she's got a very specific, like something about her look is very good for horror. So, yeah, that's it though. In terms
Tell
of
you what,
you.
Ben, I've actually got another couple of dates that I'd forgotten to say.
This is going to be the whole episode, guys.
Across the
all right?
page.
It's just going to
Yeah,
be us doing the.
two others for you. Somnium. I've done a review of this one. We're going to drop a video of that in the next couple of days as well. That had a limited release at the end of last month in August. That is out on VOD as of today. And I say this in my video, spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, but if you want to ignore the teachings of the Spice Girls and you want your future without forgetting your past, imagine it as, if you will, a bit lots of things to remind you of things like Come True, the sort of nightmare visuals, the sort of vaguely future focused technology that invades people's dreams. That is prevalent in this, but done in a very different way. It's a young aspiring actor who gets a job at a sleep clinic. Think about it being Pearl by direction of Jacob's Ladder. I quite enjoyed it. More reviews coming out of that soon. And then finally, I've also been lucky enough to watch something by Welsh director Bryn Cheney called Rabbit Trap, which is about a young couple that move to the countryside and they're like experimental musicians. And then the experimental music that they're coming up with attracts the attention of like the ancient inhabitants of the forest. I will say no more than that because I don't know when the review embargo is. That's just stuff from the copy, but I will drop a review of that when the time is right, when the lawyers have signed it off.
Hell yeah. Sounds really lovely. There we go. Okay, let's move on to what we've been watching. Anything you guys have seen in the last 7 days or longer than that. Should we talk about Alien Earth straight away then, if you guys have seen it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Gonna
a
lean
fan.
back.
How many
I'm-
episodes have you guys seen? All 5 that are out? Or
I've seen all 5. Yeah, and
I've only seen 4.
yeah, the fifth one was the fourth one died on its ass, and then the fifth one brought it back for me.
Okay, that's good.
That's where I am with it. I think at the series at the moment. Geordie Paul's not a fan,
Isn't he? Geordie Paul's not a fan. Matt,
got
what about you? How do you
got
feel about it?
It's opened quite strong, but then yeah, it's kind of fallen a bit flat, and I just think they're trying to ram it full of a lot more lore and stuff like that behind it, and I just think there's a fear of it getting a bit too complicated at some point. But I did really like a lot of the things in the last episode. There was a
Yeah,
lot more in the
I've
last
heard of good
episode.
stuff.
I
And
like-
non-xenomorph threats are getting a lot of screen time as well, aren't they? Which is pretty cool.
Mm.
I tell you what, I like it so far. I found it pretty easy going to watch. I like it everybody involved. I like Timothy Olyphant. He's pretty good in it with his little bright white.
Lovely white hair. Isn't Eddie
Spiky
Hitler in
hair.
it as well? Adrian Edmondson himself.
I
Adrian
think he's
Edmondson's in it, yeah?
underused in this.
He's not in it much,
Underused.
is he? He's kind of
Oh,
just like in the
boo! Shan't
background.
bother then.
He's in the background doing this a lot, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who plays like the cyborg, the guy with the like blade in his arm, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm liking where it's going. I know what you mean about like it's throwing a lot of stuff at the wall to see what sticks, but so far I'm enjoying it because I mean some series like this, especially when they're like the most beloved horror franchises or most beloved horror characters, they very very quickly get it wrong, don't they? And I feel like this one's at least kind of like it feels like it's treading, it's taking its time with certain things. I feel like maybe the whole thing should have taken place on the island. I mean, I understand the old the spaceship crashing thing in the city, but I feel like we spent a lot of time there. That could have easily been like an episode, half an episode, for example, and then it all happens on the island. Because I kind of like it gives me the Jurassic Park vibes of like
hmm
things on an island. It's inevitable that things are going to go wrong. But I like what they're doing with a lot of these characters as well. Like the fact that they've got these. I don't think this is a spoiler, Andy, but they've
The
got like
robots, right?
yeah, like they've got like android characters who have actual human souls. So I like where they're going with that, like where they've kind of like hinted that one particular character's like almost already lost their mind in this body.
Okay.
And it's weird because they're kind of like childlike, aren't they? And the way they react and the way they kind of fumble their way through the story is kind of interesting. So
Any big alien Jesuses yet?
no big alien Jesus. What they've seemed to have done with the xenomorph is mostly almost entirely practical, isn't it? Like it's just a fella in a suit, isn't it?
A lot
At,
of it is.
at all times, like
Or a rattlesnake.
or a bloody rattlesnake turning up. Yeah,
I
but yeah,
will
we'll
get
see,
round
we'll see where it
I will
goes.
get round and watch it eventually. Maybe I'll wait until it's all out and then have a day of it.
I mean, yeah. Anything else you guys have seen recently? I know you guys have pretty much just been Fright Fest exclusive. Are you all horror filmed out? Or are you still?
No,
Um,
I've watched like 2 a day.
Oh, you've been on it. Oh my god, man.
we
Been on
both
it,
are.
he's
I think
got an addiction to fuel.
we've been trying to fill those gaps, haven't we? So
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched Crushed, that
Oh
was
yeah,
at
yeah,
Fright
yeah.
Fest. So I watched that. That's interesting. The themes around it. It's not a film that I would go and kind of like seek out myself because of the content that's involved in it, but it's really well done. And I think it's got a really strong message in it as well. I won't spoil it, but
It's challenging.
yeah, it's challenging for sure. But I think it has got a strong message in there. Butch, what
Kombucha.
else?
I watched Kombucha as well. We'll see
Oh
if we get
yeah.
back. That was good. That was good fun.
Same
Yeah,
here. I like
kombucha was
that.
good, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
So if you're doing 2 a day, Butch, are you logging everything on Letterboxd? Can I keep up to speed with what you're watching?
Yeah, I will add you on Letterbox. Butcher DOLB or whatever the hell it is.
We'll
But
find it.
I've watched some stuff on my watch list. Bad Times at the El Royale.
I really liked that. I think that got a raw deal.
I gave it an 8. I think
I think it's really good.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I think I went to the cinema to see that.
it was good. A bit of John Hamm. Can't go wrong.
I followed you already, man. I've got you.
Nice. Open 24 hours. I watched some pretty self-contained horrors recently. Open 24 hours and Last Straw. I watched them around the same
Okay.
time.
Oh yeah, last straw.
One was set in a cafe, like a diner, and 24 hours was like a petrol station. They were interestingly enough. I rewatched The Crazies, the 2020 because I like.
Oh, the remake. Okay.
Well, because of Alien Earth, I thought I'd give Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, of course.
So I watched I like that because the fucking 70s one is so dodge. It's so dodge.
It's very dodgy. Absolutely.
You really don't want to go back there, do they? I was
No.
like, come on, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
and then
whips.
And then Conjuring 2, I watched with the little one, and so yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Lovely stuff.
I did manage to catch Dooba Dooba as well.
Yeah.
What do you reckon to Dooba Dooba?
I
Dooba Dooba.
absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I was just like the performances in that, especially the little girl, and it's really creepy because my little girl is the same age as pretty much as the girl in the film,
And
my daughter's called Monroe, and it's just freaking weird.
Oh my god.
And you have to
week I've
sing a
been
song
coming
when
up,
you walk around the house.
yeah, all week I've been coming upstairs going Dooba Dooba, Dooba Dooba, freaking her out because she don't have a clue what I'm on about. So
Are you guys also of an appropriate era to Ben has conjured this into my mind and now I'm having to inflict on other people? If someone says Dooba Dooba, does it remind you of that horrible program about those ducks in a horrible like karaoke film program that used to sometimes cut into children's BBC?
It was like duck puppets performing songs, and it was like Top of the Pops, and it was called the Doobie Duck Show or something like that.
Doobie Doobie Duck Show.
Doobie Duck Show. Yep,
Dooby 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 Gang or something.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
I have
Yeah.
to conjure that back to your memories now because it has
Oh wow.
haunted my dreams ever since. The most horrible thing.
did you guys watch Skinamarink?
Yep.
Yes.
So I thought like my complaint. I watched Skinamarink once over the course of 2 weeks to get through it. Then I went and watched it again. I thought, okay, I kind of understand what they're going for with this. Fair enough. And
Yeah.
I kind of think this is Skinamarink all the complaints I had with that movie. They
Yeah.
sort of kind of went in that direction of style. Yeah.
I could take that. Like if Skinnamarink had a story, it would be Doover Doover.
Mm.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said that, didn't you, last week, Andy?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
There you go. Great minds.
Anything else? Is that
Nope,
it?
that's
Is that it,
me.
pretty much. I'll only
Well,
mention the one thing I've watched this week, I guess, apart from the things we've all mentioned, in the news section. I went back and I watched Hard Candy. Now, this was mainly because, yeah, Butch makes the face that I was going to make. This obviously because it's got Mr. Patrick Wilson in it, and so this is, if you remember it, it's just as brutal as you remember. It's so well made. It almost feels like it's such a tightly knit thriller. A thriller with balls is what I like to describe it. It was probably the worst pun I could have
On many different levels.
on many
Yeah.
different levels. Teenage vigilante justice. It's like the ultimate like power dynamic flipping film. Um, and still such a great ending. So I'm glad I went back and watched it, and I recommend it as well if you're a fan.
Haven't
David
watched it
Slade
for
directed it.
many years, but yeah, Hard Candy was a
How
great
did David
movie.
Slade go from things like 30 Days of Night, Hard Candy, to the Twilight Saga Eclipse?
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
oh, God.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. He also did
Yeah.
direct my favorite Black Mirror episode, Metalhead, the one with
Ah,
Maxine Peake.
That's
There
a
you go.
conversation. That's a
And I'm-
conversation.
I'm telling you what, I bet he earned more for that Twilight movie than any of those others combined.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't judge him at all. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I've seen. Andy, anything for you?
Bit more Fright Fest catch up. I watched The Other People, Ben, which you had recommended.
Yeah.
The brutality in that film is off the chain. Like it is like 1 minute. I don't want to spoil it, but like there is a character that you would at least expect to be unceremoniously killed and literally thrown out with the bins, who just eats shit halfway through, and then it just becomes the most brutal and genuinely, in terms of things that would actually keep you awake at night, the scariest film of the festival for
It
me.
was good. I like the
So
other people.
the other
Yeah.
people, and then I watched Matt Stewart's Human today.
I watched that as well today. Should have mentioned that. Sorry.
What do you boys think? Because we watched it at the festival.
See, I think it's good. But it could have been a little bit shorter, maybe a tiny bit shorter. I feel like it spends a lot of time, but I think that lead character, the lead actor in the film, she is great. I might need to just remind myself of her name, but she is great. The only thing it triggered me a little bit because I've always got my phone on silent, and I hate it whenever people have got A, the typing noise on their phone, and B, any other like notification that's so loud, and it was stressing me out because the phone constantly kept going off. Maybe that was the point, but I was getting super stressed. But I think it's a pretty well made film overall. What did you
can
guys think?
tell loves a bit of Evil Dead and so on as well,
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely. Like
You can see Matt's influences all over his sleeve on that one. I really liked. It's not like to give him notes. I think it's done very successfully. I was really drawn in by the beginning, just this phone conversation and their texting that they were doing. Like, oh, I up, so
yeah.
it's happening here. It's lighting up and flipping between the apps and stuff. I think Matt has got a really good screen movie in him as well if he ever wants to do one. I really liked the way they dealt with that interface flipping between the apps and so on. What
Jackie
about you
Kelly.
guys?
Jackie Kelly is the lead, and I think she's great. But you guys liked it as well, yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those films where it's like obviously one of his first films, so it's kind of like he's got what it takes, I think. So I'd love to see what he does next
Yeah.
because there's so much potential. And I was chatting to him actually on Instagram about the
nice.
movie because he listened to our bit of our review on it, and we were just
Mm.
chatting back and forth. And I was like, I can't wait to see what you do next. Good luck. And he's like, I've got something in the pipeline. Hopefully, something's coming. Maybe it'll be ready for next year. So fingers
amazing.
crossed.
I've been chatting to Matt and he said he'd be keen to join us for a regular episode sometime, Ben. So
Oh, sweet.
we'll see if we can get the scoop while we're chatting
Super
to him.
nice
as he
guy
gets
as well.
yeah, he's
Super nice
lovely.
guy.
Yeah,
And
lovely
really
guy.
keen on really likes comics and stuff as well. Would love to do a Batmite film. So
Oh yeah.
on board with him
Wow.
doing well on that. Yeah.
If you get him, Andy, you need to ask him if that stuff at the beginning with the phone is purposeful to create anxiety, because it really did create some
Yeah,
fucking
it really did. I was like, oh
Too many
god,
alerts.
all the alerts.
Nice.
And because, sorry, just to linger on it, the phone kept making her jump. I think if the phone keeps making you jump, get it on silent
Stop having
immediately.
aggressive ringtones for
Stressing
everybody.
yourself out. Gang, 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 gang. Fucking hell.
I tell you what, Ben, we've seen all those other things, but also we have spent some time delving into a room full of curiosities, cursed items, Ben. You know, you mustn't mess
Oh,
them because all of
yes.
them have been used for
Yeah.
rituals or curses. That's right. I'm watching Friday the 13th, the series again. We're on board. We're back. This week's episode was called And Now the News.
Oh.
Anyone hazard a guess about what the haunted item was in And Now the News?
Haunted newspaper.
Not a newspaper,
Haunted
A
TV
pen?
channel.
not a pen. Close. You got to think retro technology then. It's lovely wireless, lovely old style radio.
Oh, yeah.
And what it does is the news broadcasts. It has been taken on board by an evil doctor in an insane asylum. And it broadcasts what's happening, and the people see these things come to life and then all die of fear. So one man who's like confronting his fear of fire, a natural thing to be afraid of as far as I'm concerned. But he's so afraid of fire that he's been committed over it.
Oh.
And then something comes on the radio saying a fire has broken out, and then he sees the fire coming through the floor and he throws himself out of the window and so on. And it's all because one of the doctors there that's evil has committed to this evil item that she will make several accidents happen, well, murders that look like accidents. And then the radio is promising her things where it goes, Dr. What's-a-Chops was awarded the Nobel Prize for curing this insane man the other day. And, our guys try and infiltrate it. Basically, Jack is on his holidays again. And Mickey and Ryan are outside basically coming up with contrivances to get into the hospital. So Mickey dresses as a reporter and tries to get an interview and goes in. Ryan gets himself electrocuted on the electric fence, briefly gets committed,
Bloody
but then
hell,
let out
Ryan.
with a slap on the wrist. It's more fun japes, Ben, but they're back. They're amongst it yet again. And I'm glad to be back after a few weeks off.
Oh, yeah, man. I bet you are. And, well, we already said last week, didn't we? But it's on Pluto TV now, isn't it?
It's on Pluto
Isn't it?
TV now, and having watched it and got back to it, your wife even dropped us a message to say she pointed out to you as you were watching this film, the film of
yeah.
the week.
She did.
It's been inspired by Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
the series. I would go so far as to say no Friday the 13th series, no Conjuring. Wouldn't
No
exist
Conjuring.
without it.
Exactly.
This is the linchpin. This is the main character of the entire horror universe that everything else is hanging off. This quintessential piece of television.
Good stuff. Should we get into it then? Shall we get
Shall
into
we?
the film of the week?
Give us the read up, Ben.
Give us the bloody read up, will you? So, The Conjuring Last Rites, a 2025 American supernatural horror film directed by Michael Chaves and written by Ian Goldberg. Based on the true life investigations of the Smurl haunting, the film stars Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, who reprise their roles as paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The story is paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren take on one last terrifying case involving mysterious entities they must confront. That is a synopsis of every film, but maybe not one last terrifying case. We've done 1,000 of these. Give us a bloody day off.
I'm
for
going to
God's
draw my
sake.
first issue here, Ben, in the text scroll we get at the beginning that says, this would prove to be their last case that forced them into retirement. No, it doesn't. It's heart attacks is what forced them into like that is. I'm willing to blame a ghost for almost anything, Ben. You know, but
Yeah.
these ghosts have got nothing to do with his heart problems. It's his refusal to eat vegetables, like the doctor suggests.
Oh, can I have a bloody? Can I have a steak? Swap that steak out for chicken, and can it be on a bed of this? Oh, yeah, I heard it.
It's
I
like,
heard
you
your
know,
order, Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, and
Also-
the doctor's saying, "Fuck off! Just stop having heart attacks, all right?" And he goes, "Oh,
Can't have another heart attack. Oh, but I love heart attacks. Oh, God, have a day off. Do they get paid for these when they help? Because I feel like that's the one thing that's missing from this is the awkward like invoice at the end. Do they get paid for helping people?
How much value would you put on you no longer being haunted? Fair price to
Well,
say.
a lot, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you can't sell your house because inevitably your house has been fucking destroyed by the time every film ends. Either the basement's flooded, or the windows have been blown out, or the stairs have collapsed.
Because they've got a pretty nice house, right?
They get some backhanders from, the Pope or something like that. Come on.
Yeah.
From the Pope. Is it true that Ed Warren is like one of the only people outside of the church who's like officially allowed to perform exorcisms? Is that true? I swear I heard someone say that before.
Do
Matt,
what you want now is a ghost.
Well, he's
Matt,
dead now.
You said that before, haven't you? I think you've given us that little bit of insight.
Possibly, yeah.
Because
Possibly.
also, like, they've obviously aged them, like, they're much younger in these films than they are, like, were in real life. Because when you see the footage of them at the end, you're like, on the bloody last legs. Give him. He's never done.
They've done very well out of the casting, everyone in this movie.
I will
Yeah.
say that, yeah, definitely. If you were like the Warrens and going, right, we're gonna do quite a few movies, we think, on your life. Who'd you like to play? And we're like, look at these handsome guys.
Look at these handsome guys. Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we get a bit more of an extended cast in the family this time around as well, with the daughter and the son-in-law as well, Ben Hardy, who I always remember Ben Hardy as being in Bohemian Rhapsody. He's Roger Taylor, isn't he? But apparently, is he in EastEnders as well?
Yeah.
That's what my wife said to me.
It's Ian Beale's son, Pete Beale.
It's bloody Pete Beale himself. He's done all right, hasn't he? In X-Men as well, like as Archangel.
Archangel, yeah.
God, he's done all
Tell you
right.
what, his publicist or whatever, his PR, doing a great job.
He's
Hell
also
yeah.
had a go on in Sydney Sweeney as well in a film called The Voyeurs.
Oh my
Of course,
God.
you would know that.
Want to
He's
check
also had a.
Want to check that one about the wife?
He's also nearly been choked to death by a mirror, so swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. But yeah. Oh, and then it's Mia Tomlinson who plays Judy, the daughter, Judy, who's got having the same visions as Lorraine. And I feel like what we're getting is she's giving her bad advice her whole life. Just block it out. Just block it out. It'll be all right. Here's a little tune for you. Block it out. Block it out. Not
Real
helpful.
tall poppy syndrome. Like, you ain't going to replace me as the psychic one in this family. That is my thing. You be good at going to college and getting married young. But no, because I also did that. So don't you do anything that's my thing.
Is there
Support women better?
Is there potentially like we could get more films with now Judy and her husband? I mean, did that happen in real life? Did the daughter take over? I mean, probably not, but
Don't think
No,
so.
not as much. She does believe and she does support
Okay.
it all, and she is they've got a different path than the Warrens, but she is in paranormal but she teaches. But
Yeah.
maybe they could blag it. Of course they could blag it. you know?
yeah,
Blatant setup.
it got passed over to me. I'm clairvoyant now. It's great.
Dunno.
It says here Lorraine Warren is clairvoyant and a trance medium. Is that how you say it? Trance medium? She's into dance music. She really loves it. I've got to put
Whenever
up
she
happy
walks in, the
hardcore.
launch
That's
just
where
comes
the
on.
money's coming from. She's
Yeah.
a DJ.
She's a DJ. Here comes the
Secret
drop. All the
DJ.
ghosts come in. Whoa! Like at the end of Lord of the Rings. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that bit when she's like pushing the mirror at the end before she knows it, like a portal opens, DJ Sammy comes piling in behind her.
That bloody mirror spinning round. That's the scariest bit of this film. I was terrified in that moment. I was like, fucking hell, Jesus. Calm down, mirror. Man. Yeah. But yeah, how do you guys feel about this film in comparison to the others? Do you feel like it's a good place for like the franchise to end? Or do you feel like it still leaves some things open-ended?
I'm not sure really, because I think if I was to rate them, I'd say this is probably out of the actual Conjuring movies. It's probably my least favorite. I don't know. It felt like there was going to be a real big bad at the end, but it kind of
It's just the
didn't
same
hit it
thing,
for
isn't
me.
it? And they kind of
Like
beat it.
Valak and the Crooked Man and all the other lads would form up into some sort of big Megazord. They could fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Voltron.
That would've been
The thing
great.
is, right, in Conjuring 2, they vanquished Valak, and Valak has played such a part in, like, building the Nun 2 and all this sort of stuff, and been a real treasure. And the first Conjuring, I felt was it best Bavesta, something or other, the witch, whatever her name was seemed like the most powerful entity out of all of them. She crossed over the bloody country to get the Annabelle doll out. You know, I felt that this was something that they'd been with them their whole life from the birth of Judy. You know, it had like latched onto them, and then it had waited all this time to call them back to the mirror or something like that. But then it was nothing to do with the mirror. It was confusing,
Yeah.
in its delivery and some of what they're doing. And to be honest, like in every past Conjuring, I've really felt for the family, like that first family in the Conjuring. You were really part of it,
Yeah.
and even especially with the Conjuring 2, that sort of family in America, you really rooted for them. I didn't know who the Smurls were. I didn't really
No.
care.
The
I didn't.
Smurls became very secondary, didn't they? Like after a while, they were just in the background, weren't they? And also, like, yeah, I wanted it to be a big bad because really, this feels like a pretty standard day at the office for old Ed and Lorraine. Like, they get through it pretty easily. Really, like when things proper kick off, it's like what, one evening? Really, isn't it? Like, it's not like they're there for weeks working away. Like, oh, go get rid
Took
of
them
this.
longer to drive there from Connecticut.
It took bloody ages for them to drive there, yeah. But also, like, if you're in the Smurl family, I've had enough of this. What's that? I just want to be taken ill into hospital, please. Just get me to
Yeah,
see what
grandma
happens.
really didn't really fall down the stairs. She just lay at the bottom and go, "Oh, the
Oh,
ghost
no.
shoved me down."
Because
Although
the
going to
granddad,
hospital in the US, that's going to be a different kind of horror. You get the bill on the way out,
the
Yeah.
granddad got like, where was he? Just at the grandmother's side. Is that what we're
sitting
supposed
at
to
the
believe?
bedside. Yeah, so excuse me, I'll be exiting the film at this point.
Oh, yeah.
There
I don't
was
know. I was a bit confused. Especially, were you also confused when Annabelle turned up? Because I thought, oh, Annabelle's behind all this. Oh, wait. No, it's kind of just
No, I'm just in it.
an Annabelle set piece was needed for some
Mm,
reason. I was
mm.
thinking, is it somehow Annabelle is latched on? I didn't really get that bit. I
the
don't know.
Because you know what
Annabelle.
caused that, of course. It's the greatest evil of all evils, Ben. The real mastermind pulling the strings that are putting the Warrens and all of us for all this stuff. That's right. Corporate synergy. That's what you
Corporate
need.
synergy, mate.
Corporate synergy. You need that recognizable marketing beat. So in this test screening, everyone turns their knobs to the right and said it's nice
I
because I
like that one.
recognize that character from the past.
What were you going to say then, Butch? You're going to say why
Yeah,
you
I
thought
mean, the
Annabelle
thing
was
is
in it?
with Valak's being vanquished after all, causing decades and decades of trauma, right?
Yeah.
And the Annabelle doll's longer in terms of trauma, what we've learned from the back catalogue. But the demon's technically never been vanquished from the doll.
Yeah.
The demon's still on Annabelle, which is probably why they use it so much to manipulate it. If I was to kind of like build a story from this true paranormal investigations, they do kind of squeeze the juice out of it to kind of really challenge what you can get away with.
Yeah.
They make and I didn't think, like, I know the second one had a big kind of charge and ending, but the first one didn't. It was so kind of raw and grounded in terms of its approach, which made it scarier. This one and the last one is so big. The ending feels so huge. I mean, I know it's just the mirror, but the spinning, all this stuff, you like kind of go, okay, this is visually interesting. But you think at the end of it, you go, this is actually supposed to be based on a true story. I can't fathom if this was real and this was happening to these poor people. I'm like, what the world is. There's something wrong that we're really
And
missing.
then the mirror started spinning. How fast did it spin?
Fuck it.
Faster than you could ever imagine.
It's the fastest thing. It's like the bloody TARDIS.
And then the mirror came at us on a diagonal. And how did you vanquish it? The power of family.
I mean,
Oh,
very in the
right,
lead
okay.
here. In The Devil Made Me Do It, doesn't the literal devil turn up at the end? Mugged off because that woman broke a contract with him. That's how they get her. And then the last one, didn't they trick her into not fulfilling the contract with the devil? And the devil comes up and snaps her in half like a 2B pencil.
Yep.
Jesus.
Exactly
They
what
go,
happened.
it's me, the devil. Don't fuck with me. Dead. See ya. You're right, Warrens. See you later.
All this comes down to is the fact that the grandparents bought her a horrible mirror
Once again,
as a gift.
A holiday or special event ruined because poor grandparents got mugged off sold a pup by a dodgy salesman.
I just want to get rid of it. Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't.
I tell you what, it won't fit in my car to go home. I'll cut you a deal on this. Brilliant confirmation present.
Mm.
Yeah, Yeah, I've got your present. This clearly haunted mirror.
with a massive crack in it.
Oh, a massive crack in it. What are you trying to tell me? No one noticed that? My God.
There were some good things with this though. Like
Yeah.
I will defend it just slightly because
Mm.
it did make me turn away at certain points. They have really clever ways of like manipulating that negative space and that those shadows that just my
Yeah.
house is not a dark house. I've got a lovely load of windows. Open the shutters, and
This
then
is
you
the
won't have.
darkest. This is the darkest house in the history of the world. I know they're like right by the mines in Pennsylvania or whatever. Is that what it is?
The
Like
steel mill, was it, or
Hill
something
Mill or
like
something like that. Smog in the air constantly. Someone walks in at one point. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Get the doors, windows open. It's pitch black in
Have
here.
a window that's bigger than this
Yeah.
to go into the thing, and then stop putting spooky photos of John Wayne up in the basement to make you jump.
Uh,
the house wasn't all that as well. That's the thing. They had like that first house is so cool because it's so American, sort of like
Yeah.
vintage. And even the Enfield house was again that terrace sort of thing. And I guess the Americans wouldn't have seen that eeriness, but this was just bland in terms of
But
the
it's
set.
formulaic as well because
Yeah.
it's like we've seen this before. We've had it in the first Conjuring, the second Conjuring. Oh, it's another family in need and distress, and the build up with the family just didn't feel as personable, even though they spent a long time getting to that point, and then they went away from the family, and then it's about the Warrens, and now this movie's about the Warrens, and it just took a bit of a while to get there, didn't it, as
It's
well?
about 2/3 through the movie before they meet them, right? The actual family, because we begin with just
Oh,
getting to
sorry. I should
the.
probably just talk about the.
Oh yeah, go on
Sorry,
then, Ben.
Andy. I just realized I didn't say this. One point about the house, though, I will mention, like, because there's like 8 people who live there. Is that what they say? It's supposed to feel quite claustrophobic and quite sort of like everyone's sort of like penned in. But as the film goes on, you're like, where are they? Basement, top floor, bottom floor,
So,
attic. It's like Jesus Christ, there's so much
no wonder you
happening.
can't afford to move. If you want to replicate, oh, there's no way we can afford to move into an equally palatial house.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, in terms of ratings, this has got 6.5 on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes 56% audience score, 79% critic score, Letterboxd 3.0 out of 5. Got some choice reviews. Shauna Shipman says, don't know if there's any relation to Harold, came out of the theatre feeling equal parts spooked and emotional. 4 stars. Alex Coleman says, I'm a sucker for a sweet conclusion. Needs James Wan, but he's here both literally and figuratively. 3.5 stars. Kit Laser. In many ways, a fitting and suitable end to the franchise. Scarier, even more tender and emotional, and better in every way than the third outing, but also suffers from many of the same flaws. 2.5 stars. And Madison says, I really am sad these films are over because Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's chemistry is something so charming and beautiful. 3.5 stars. So a bit of a mix, I guess, in terms of, but then again, I've seen a lot of reviews saying it's the best Conjuring film ever, 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 and other people saying it doesn't stick the landing. So, I guess in terms of the plot, so we start in 1964, don't we, with Ed and Lorraine Warren. I
We've
say,
reached the limits of technology for how much they can de-age them. So you just have to very briefly, for the period of time between their daughter being born and being about 5 or 6, you have to have different actors.
That was seamless transitioning as well.
oh
One
yeah,
merry-go-round ride. The horses go round, they come round, they're
God.
different actors.
Early parenting's absolutely destroyed these two. Jesus Christ.
He aged 20 years.
I think it's good casting though, because I feel like if you squint like that, that's Patrick Wilson. The other one maybe not so much, but that's a pretty good casting, I would say.
Not bad.
Yeah.
They could have used Vera Farmiga's sister again, and that would have worked better. But
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, of course.
Do you
Yeah.
think this is also potentially corporate synergies once again? If you've got these actors that have appeared as the young Warrens, does this give you the chance to have a premium TV series about 72 episodes in length about them recovering haunted items from around the universe?
Yes.
They've had 1,000 cases, so prequel.
With these actors that will now be available and recognizable as in the most recent entry into the film series.
Genius, Andy. Genius.
There we go, mate.
Get me a job in marketing.
On it as ever. So yeah, we start off in 1964. Lorraine's pregnant. They're investigating a haunting involving an antique mirror at a curio shop. And what is it? Is it like the person who owns the shop kills himself, and the daughter is like saying this mirror's bloody haunted? It's not supposed to be like his spirit, though, is it? It's supposed to be something demonic.
He was killed by the spirit, a bit like Uncle Lewis, the bad man in Friday the 13th, the series that inspired this.
Oh yeah, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the
Exactly,
same.
copiers.
Um, she goes in. Lorraine, pregnant, go in, have some alone time with the mirror. Does she usually do things like that? She does, doesn't she? She needs to be alone to
Yeah.
Yes.
really.
Supposed to be alone to get into peril.
Yeah, yeah.
She does not. She does not give a fuck. She will just go anywhere she damn well pleases.
What happened to you? How did you get vanquished from the mirror? Some pregnant lady came in and just said
Work
some
my name
stuff.
out. Fuck.
You're an idiot. But no, she collapses. She sees the vision of an entity. What does she see?
Like spooky her.
Well, yeah, they do that, don't they? Spooky her, spooky Patrick Wilson's in it. He loves that,
She
though, doesn't
gets
he?
Ash
He
Williams
loves doing
from Evil Dead. Oh, it's me in the mirror. Horrible.
It's pretty scary now. She goes into labor, and yeah, like when she's in hospital, the first of all, Ed, oh, your pregnant wife's going into labor. I'm gonna drive so fast in the rain. It's gonna be so fucking dangerous.
In my muscle car.
Fucking hell. Yeah, it's like the fucking Batmobile from the last Batman film, isn't it? It's like the
It's got the
penguins after him.
tumbler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It flips the car. Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
There's one bit as they approach the hospital, they hit the bollards outside, they explode, and they come out on a motorbike and just ride the last little bit. He
it.
ignores all the hospital staff just doing the job, bursts into the room anyway.
Yeah. It's not a normal
Initially,
birth. She's a medium.
yeah. So initially, their daughter is stillborn, but they ask their mate God, who just brings her back to life after a minute. It's all right.
Yeah. They do love love a bit of God, but you know they've always got crosses on the wall and stuff. Every time I see a cross on the wall in one of these films, I go, that's gonna be upside down any minute.
That's going to turn upside down in a minute.
Any bloody minute.
That's going to catch fire.
Yeah.
Make them out of asbestos. Fireproof crosses. The market to be had.
Yeah.
That was a nice moment though with the father and from the sort of almost like a nod to the Omen, with him like chucking himself off the top
Yeah.
of the thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this demon meant to be it's the big bad because it can go anywhere. It'll burn your Bible and your bloody crosses.
Yeah.
So it's not enough.
Yeah. It'll turn your doorknobs upside down. That's what I expect. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to do. Why
It'll
would they have
transport
that?
this entire church office building that he's gone to visit. It'll move that whole office into the shadow realm. Do we assume the receptionist got away? We'll find out as we get to that.
I don't
bit,
reckon
yes.
the receptionist didn't exist. She was a
She was a figment.
figment of the imagination.
We'll come there later. So their daughter is born, and then we have a lovely sequence where they go around a merry-go-round. The daughter grows up, and they become themselves.
Mm.
And then going full circle, much like the Ghostbusters themselves had to face in Ghostbusters 2, where they'd been usurped by He-Man. They had to do a theory. They had to do a lecture where one of the people in there, one of the three people in there, says, "Hey, who are you gonna call? Because Ghostbusters is out now."
They said they seen the movie though, which I liked. That's what I want to see in the film. Them going to watch Ghostbusters, go, it's nothing like that.
Get into financial difficulty because they sink all of their savings into developing proton packs.
Anything you think of will be your demise. Massive valet comes around the corner.
Shit.
Fuck it out. I mean, that would be terrifying, wouldn't it?
The big nun rushing at you out of a painting.
Yeah, and that's when we get introduced to Judy, all grown up. Do you feel like this film spends I feel like it doesn't know where to put its attention, does it? It doesn't know whether to be with the Warrens or with the Smurls. And when you're with the other people, you do kind of almost forget about. It doesn't balance it well enough, I don't think. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah,
agree.
I agree. No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It was.
Do you notice someone from the Smurl family, Andy?
I did. I was about to say your friend and mine from Broken Bird. I think
Rebecca
she did.
Calder?
Yeah, Rebecca Calder. Turning up in a lot recently. What else was Rebecca Calder in, like, really recently, last couple of
Shit,
weeks?
the broken bird. Yeah, that
The
was
broken
Yeah,
bird lady. She
I
was
recognise
she was
that.
the mum. Yeah, she was the mum in this. But again, I
Um,
feel like it's something where they establish this character, introduce this character, and then very, very quickly like usher them off stage, like just into the background. We don't really get to know. Like even
Yeah.
the dad. Like I thought, like the dad when he's towards the end, I was thinking if we'd established that this dad in some way was like didn't believe or was genuinely terrified after what happened to him, and that's why he couldn't not look in the mirror. But I just don't know if we spend enough time with him to like really understand why
his
he
main
would
obsession
potentially
is
do
he
that.
wants everyone to get in for dinner so fast. There are several scenes in the early door where he's literally, "Who wants dinner? Me! Get inside! Chop, chop, chop!" in a nice, jolly way.
Are
But
you making sandwiches? Where's my
making me one.
sandwich?
He loves food. This dad loves dinners.
I'm always hungry. I am. Also, when they're moving that mirror at the end, why do they do it face up? Just turn it over, isn't it?
Not even tempted to look in it.
Not even tempted to look at it. No.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, we cut between the Warrens and the family. The bit we get the family is, of course, as we said, the grandparents just rocking up at one of the elder daughter's confirmations. They do the bit where they show the era that it's in the 80s by showing them doing some videoing on a big camcorder. No
And
Teddy
they throw
Ruxpin makes an
Duran
appearance in
needle drop
this.
as well. Duran needle drop. Oh, it's the 80s. Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Did you
we get-
recognise that camcorder as well?
No.
It's
Go on.
from Back to the Future, the same one that Martin McFly uses.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
There
I've
you
actually
go.
got it. I've actually got it. Yeah,
He's got it right there.
got it right here. Look,
You've got a confirmation video on that.
Look at that. Oh
Don't
my
name it.
God.
I'm selling copies.
That's great, man.
That's wicked.
That is awesome. Yeah. How heavy is it?
Freaking heavy.
Could you kill
No,
him?
How
no,
loud.
Not
so
swimming,
long.
was it? Oh, that's really light. That is.
That's
That
light
would
as a
be-
feather, that is. Yeah.
Light as a haunted mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the grandparents have been mugged off by this guy to buy the very same haunted mirror that we saw in the prologue that got cracked when Lorraine touched it while confronting a ghost.
Mm.
It's found its way to this family, and then basically, as soon as she's got it, the ceiling collapses.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is brutal, isn't it? Terrifying. Is it one of those things where they go, oh, probably not related to the mirror?
Just, oh, what a shit way to end that evening.
Ceiling collapses, gets her skull caved in, pretty much.
Yeah, gets glass in the forehead.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I forgot to tell you guys. Like, I literally watched this in 4DX. Do you know what 4DX is? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's the moving chairs, the spray in the water, and it literally, I left it so late. The only show was a 4DX. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I might as well just do it. Yeah, you know. But literally, that bit where the it falls down literally nearly threw me out of the room.
Just showered you in glass.
Literally,
What-
like water in my face.
What happened when the mirror was spinning round? Was it like wind?
It was just the chair was going nuts. It was like a roller coaster.
Did you have a priest standing in front of you throwing some holy water?
Mate, it was crazy. It was insane.
I've
The
never
whole
been to a
family in
4DX
front of me
show.
were like
Well-
literally freaking out.
What was it like during the table tennis scene?
Oh, that was
You thought you were having a heart attack.
You sure head
Spinning
go back
around
and
like
forth like
crazy. I could smell the rubber from the bat.
that? That was just some bloke in front of you. So yeah, the mirror gets like put in one of their bedrooms, doesn't it? And they understandably.
Yeah, they move on from having the thing collapse in. They throw it in the bin in a little bit.
Yeah, but they
Um,
throw it in the bit. First of all, I was thinking in this day and age, bin men ain't taking that. They go absolutely not. First of all,
You'd have to put a form in online, wouldn't you?
You'd have
Just, prearrange them to come and get it at the hard rubbish.
glass and wood. Even if you take that to the tip, they're gonna be
Yeah.
ain't so sure about that.
Oh, they'll want it in the too good to recycle bit, so some other family will get mugged off with it.
Yeah.
Some other family are getting haunted. But yeah, they take it there and they go, leave it out for the bin man. I feel like they forget about it by the next morning. They don't care. But if you do that to a haunted mirror, immediately did it happen to this particular? Did it happen to that girl because she suggested it?
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
sister, right? So the sister goes, "Yeah, well, we'll put it out for the bin men," and then as soon as they do, and the bin men crush it up in the bin lorry, she's vomiting blood.
With glass in.
This was
Yeah.
brutal, mind. I like felt the like horror of this particular moment. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Good.
chucking up. Yeah, this was way better than like I didn't appreciate the sink filling up with blood while Lorraine was doing the washing up. That was a bit naff, wasn't it? This was much more effective. Chucking up the glass. Oh, she been eating glass again, has she? How would you get away with that? No, I haven't been eating glass. We just threw up glass. I
You
don't
do
know
all
what
the
to say.
cooking, Mum.
There's 8 people in this house. There ain't enough food to go round. I've been eating the mirror. Yeah, so that's pretty brutal. Around about this time, we find out about Ed's worsening heart condition when they go out for a lovely bit of dinner. It happened from the result of the exorcism and The Devil Made Me Do It, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he had a
I keep telling you, stop blaming the ghost for it. It's his poor diet that's giving him heart problems. Yes, maybe he is a bit stressed at work, but
He's got a stressful job.
He's got a stressful.
Yeah,
What are you
but
doing, Ed?
Follow your doctor's advice.
What are you doing, Ed? I'm on the Red Bulls, the big cans. Delicious. Have 3 of them. 3 of them in the morning.
Quite often, dealing
Palpitations.
with ghosts is a night shift. That's not particularly good for your health.
It would be stressful, wouldn't it?
It's stopped down in holy water. So
Yeah.
holy water fixation.
Yeah.
So Art doing all those tours in his basement. That's why.
Oh yeah. Come and have a look at the basement.
I'm literally surrounded by cursed items 24/7.
Can't relax.
What's the main cursed item in this movie? Right, is the mirror.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what goes in the room at the end? Not the fucking mirror, but another little music box.
Oh. Do they
I
put
thought the mirror does go in at the end.
Does it?
No,
I
I'm
think
sure
they
the
put
mirror
it-
does.
I
He
think
puts
they
it on
put
the
it
wall
in
and he goes,
because he got gloves on. He's like, as long as you don't touch it, it's fine. Ain't
Oh,
on
yeah.
anymore.
I thought they put the music box in. Oh,
isn't the
okay.
music box the crooked man from number
Yeah,
2?
true.
There
He's
was
in
a
there.
music box thing going on, though, wasn't there? There was like a little carousel thing.
Yeah.
I didn't really get the purpose of that, whether that was just because it looked cool and it was
They
playing like a creepy
love 'em.
tune.
They love
They
them.
love them, they
They
do.
bloody love a music. Did you ever? Who had a bloody music box in the 80s? My sister, sister had like a little ballerina thing,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
not these little ornate music
No.
boxes. Bollocks! They don't exist.
yeah. It's because they're all bloody haunted.
Yeah.
Also,
Ghosts
maybe
love him.
the
The
reason
Warrens have nicked them all.
the reason Ed's fine to put everything in that room at the end is because he isn't a medium, whereas poor Lorraine is like, fucking hell, all those things next door.
So, yeah, no, Ed isn't a medium. He's a bloody large. That's why he's got a heart condition.
He's got a bloody heart condition. So obviously Judy is experiencing. She's very sensitive to psychic episodes as well. She has an episode in the restaurant, and she has like multiple episodes throughout the film. She's got that little tune, a little rhyme that calms her down. I feel like that stressed me out. That rhyme, trying to remember it. It's complicated.
Polly Pocket lost
Polly
a locket.
Pocket lost her lost it.
It's Lucy Locket lost a pocket. Someone else found it, and then they whisper after that.
Yeah, just whisper that, you'll be fine. Lorraine giving her terrible advice, which is shut yourself off from the supernatural, bury it down deep, so it becomes a terrible problem and erupts, which isn't good. So, what happens with the Smurls at this point? Oh yeah, and also at the barbecue is when the priest Father Gordon turns up as well, and he goes,
It's me, recurring character, Father Gordon.
"Hey, recurring character Father Gordon, I've got some people who need your help," and they say, "Absolutely fucking not."
I really like the actor that plays Father Gordon.
Yeah,
He's like a quintessential that guy who you see in things like, oh, it's that guy. You're always ace.
Yeah, because around about this point, the Smurl family are just sharing everything with the press. They're on like the Larry King show?
They're on Larry King.
That was pretty good. I've seen some awful like superimposed onto a talk show things in films. That looked pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah,
They-
that was good.
They look like they were from the 80s. But yeah, and their
Is
neighbors
this
are
the
hating
point that
it.
the dad's experienced it as well, right? Because at first he's like, look, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just not going to do anything. And then that night, he sees a ghoulie at the end of his bed. And then as soon as he sees it, goes, and then floats above his bed sweating for 8 hours.
8 hours a night. He drinks the fizzy lifting drink and gets himself all the way up to the ceiling. Of all the spirits, so there are 3 spirits. how do you guys feel about these spirits? Do you think they're like just quite generic? I know like the old lady one's just a bit of a CGI
I gotta be
mess.
honest. I thought like they looked like people in masks. Like
Mm,
it didn't look very good. Like
yeah,
compared to some of the other stuff they've done. I think you're right. Like generic. Like
yeah,
mm,
I felt like I'd seen everything in this movie in Conjuring 2. That's the
yeah.
thing. Like they're using the same sort of like scenario. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because once you go to one case, they've done 1,000. That's
mm.
probably they're all
we
quite
need
similar.
more characters. We need more
Yeah,
characters.
but
We need
like
to sound more toys.
Mm,
sitting with the fact the whole point of the Conjuring was the fact that Valak was kind of puppet master to the spirits that we're seeing on
yeah.
in the movie, which were scaring us. And then like they done the same here. The free, oh, by the way,
Yeah, you're right.
there was a murder. There was a murder back in the
There's a bloody
day.
murder back when this was a farm.
Yeah, bloody murder again. And there's some spirits that didn't bugger off, and they're being manipulated again by the demon.
But
I mean,
then we
how did
never
that
see
guy
like
end
a
up there? Because the three spirits, there is a woman who had an affair and got murdered for a trouble, her mom who also got murdered for being there, and then the husband who his wife had an affair went mad, and
the
then after that
husband.
he just thought everything was a big laugh.
The
After he was
husband.
axing people, not just like oh, I'm axing the shit
It's
out
a
of
right
you.
laugh. This is the husband look like Marilyn Manson. The beautiful
Yeah.
people. It's just coming down the stairs, just like fucking hell, mate. Jeez.
The only difference being that Marilyn Manson, not known for his wearing of denim dungarees.
I bet he has though, once or twice.
On his day off.
But yeah, the old lady one was just like what? Just some weird sort of. And again, this was in the trailer. So when I saw this in the trailer, I was like, oh no, that doesn't look quite right. It's just like that uncanny valley,
Mm.
weird looking like mess. It just doesn't look right. It looks like it looked like a Snapchat filter or something like that, where
Yeah.
somebody had this filter on their face. It didn't look like why not let it just be an old lady? Because obviously, hagsploitation is big in cinema this year, obviously with weapons. Why not just have it be an old lady? That's just as scary. Why is it like got some weird like Cheshire Cat's horrible grin and I don't know. It
It's
did
just
it
a
didn't
face.
it didn't quite work out for me. What do you say, Andy?
Maybe it's just her face. Maybe she's a particularly broad-faced old lady.
Yeah, but it didn't look right, did it? It didn't look real. It didn't look
It's
physical.
always scarier what you don't see, and
Yeah.
you saw a little bit too much, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
The touches with like the phone cord
That was
in the
good.
larder, that was good.
Well,
That
it's
was
good,
really
but there was
cool.
no payoff. It was
Yeah,
just like,
Mm,
yeah.
oh, it's nothing. It
yeah.
should have. There should have
But
been
then
something.
I don't mind that stuff because it reminded me of like Poltergeist in a way where you're
Yeah,
kind of just like
big time.
establishing this threat, or maybe the threat initially seems like a bit playful, until it takes one step too far,
Mm.
stacks up all the bloody chairs really quick.
Like the doll, with the stuff with the doll. They
Yeah,
kind of manipulated that, and it stood up and it floated, and you're like, okay, we
yeah,
know
Oh,
we have seen this before. We know
yeah,
that someone's holding it, and it's gonna suddenly appear, and she's gonna shit
yeah,
herself. and run
yeah,
out.
when it was floating, that kind of lost it for me. I think it would have been scary if it just because at first it just stands up.
yeah,
That was really scary.
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
That's genuinely really
Things
scary. And the
things
bit with
standing up when they really shouldn't is scary. Alien Earth, when that again, this is a minor spoiler. A bloody sheep stands up on his hind legs. Scary. I'm scared of that. Whoa, this ain't supposed to happen.
Oh, the other bit that really gets me in the build up as well is I love a re-record not fade away looking a bit when you're going through the VHS tape and you're
Oh,
rewinding as you're gonna wear the tracking out on that.
Yeah,
But when she's pausing it, the little
I
little
like
ghostly
that.
face blowing out the candles, great.
So
that is
good.
when I looked away.
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't. I
scary.
knew what was coming, and I didn't want to.
There were a couple of really well-paced scares when Annabelle was like going back and forth in the dark. I was like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to come back? Is there going to be something behind her? And that one as well, the tracking was good because you could see the girl's reflection in the video as well. So you thought either something's going to be behind her or
Yeah,
something else. And the little candle, well, not the candles, but like the little reflections of light on those candles that look like eyes.
yeah.
Really, really good
Really,
because
really great. Like the fine detail of these films when they're more subtle and they're not trying to give you a jump scare, just the anticipation of something's gonna scare you in a minute. I was watching that video and like Butcher almost had to look away. I was like, that she's gonna look at us from the video in a minute while she's getting really leaned in. It's gonna go. And it's going to really get me.
Yeah, but
She's
see,
going
that
to
would have been
glance. There's
good.
going to be a little violin sting. It's going to make me absolutely cack my dags. But like, it really goes subtle on it.
Yeah.
Those were good moments. Unfortunately, there are some scares which are incredibly generic, like the daughter at one point when she's like possessed and she does the crawl across the room. I don't know how many more times we need to see that in films. I'm a bit over that. I don't know.
And
Yeah,
somebody crawls across the room at you is perfect dropkick height.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You are. You can reverse that immediately.
It's
Don't
like a bit
run.
when Lorraine walks into the bedroom when they arrive at the house and you see the ghostly hands go under the covers. She could have just straight onto the covers.
Yeah.
Put her
She
through.
could have. Swanton bomb. I'll tell you what. Going back to another scare. Sorry. The how do you feel about the fingers coming under the like ceiling at the start with the birth scene?
That was creepy, but then
Yeah,
nothing
that's good.
happened afterwards, and that
Nothing
annoyed
happened,
me.
no. Yeah.
Oh, is
So,
that when Hench ET was crawling towards her on the ceiling?
yeah, because it looked massive. It looked
Yeah.
massive, and they didn't ever really explore that.
No.
So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, that
do get-
monster maybe wanted to make some sort of comeback.
It's almost like that must be what the demon is from the mirror, right? So why didn't we really get to see it?
Big behemoth mode that he went available for.
It was weird. I feel like this was a bit of a. This film did blue ball you a little bit. It did kind of go, oh, there's a big bad that's controlling these three demons. You never guess who it is. Who is it? Well,
they always shit the bed with like the demons when you see him. Mostly, they see him for like a little bit and it's okay, but when they put too much emphasis on it, it's bad. The only
Yeah.
one which I think recently they've got right is the Smile monster in the second Smile movie, not in the
Yeah.
first one, but in the second one. They did that so well because it was all practical.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
That's the solution, isn't it?
yeah.
Get off your computers, lads. Build a model.
Well, the budget for this was what, 38, I think it was. I think
Okay.
it made 187 million for the weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah, I know, it's
I read
crazy,
an
isn't it?
article that infuriated me because of their poor choice in wording. I read an article yesterday that said The Conjuring Last Rites is overperforming at the box office. What do you mean overperforming? Surely it means it's just doing really well.
People just need to pull their
Overperforming.
fingers out and just realize that horror makes
Conjuring
money,
is good,
especially in,
yeah,
especially in 2025. Horror is making a lot of money. So
Overperforming
rest.
suggests they need to dial it back a little bit. Stop it. Leave some
don't
money
make
for
this
the
one
rest
very
of
good.
us. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about all these things that happen into this family and all these scares that are escalating it for their side. Meanwhile, the Warrens are having a barbecue, and Ed's biggest fear is losing at table tennis to his daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, daughter's boyfriend. He's obviously a little bit nervous about meeting the parents, as you would.
And the dad rudely gets his name wrong, even though
Gets
he
his
shows
name wrong
himself
on
to be an
purpose,
intelligent man in every other situation. Knows the name of tons of demons, can't get your daughter's boyfriend's name right.
Yeah, and I guess they start to bond, don't they? Obviously over the shared love of extreme table tennis, extreme edited table tennis.
Extreme edited table tennis, and then doing a big embarrassing, the biggest scare of the movie, in fact, talking to your parents, talking to your potential in-laws about marrying their daughter after you've only been together a few months.
You would say, I go, wait till a year at least, 6 months.
I mean, they've got to meet. They've got to meet all the Beals, surely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
What does your dad do? Owns a chip shop.
You got to meet all the bills. You got to find out that one's attempted to kill this one, this
no.
one faked their death, that one's dead, that one's a murderer.
To be fair, Cindy Beale is probably the one person who could face down Valak.
There you go.
That's true. Get the bloody Mitchell brothers on her.
Of course, his father-in-law on occasion, stepfather-in-law.
Yeah, so I mean,
so
he does
he-
ask for her hand in marriage, and then he's obviously going to do it at another point. I think even Ed,
Lorraine's straight on it, isn't she? She's like,
Yeah.
well, to be fair, we also got engaged young.
We got engaged
and-
after knowing each other for 17 minutes, so
Yeah, and we've basically been fighting demons ever since. But Patrick Wilson, Ed, is he's not for it at first. He's like, oh, maybe not. But then basically, the hand gets forced because the daughter comes back, goes, is that for me? Yes, please, I'll get married to you. And it's like,
is that for me? That's why I'm like when I come into any room and someone's like dished up a dessert or something. Oh, is that for me? Put that in my gob. That's pretty much what she is. Greedy bitch.
get greedy for engagements.
3 different engagements. But also, like, where did Dad propose? In a garage in front of the table tennis table.
What a
When you
romantic.
That's nice though, because he was asking permission. She wasn't
yeah
meant to find out then. And he did exactly that. He played it exactly right, whereby he played well at table tennis against Ed Warren, but didn't beat him.
yeah
Oh no, you've only just beaten me. I gave you a good challenge though. So he's done it. Strategy.
good work, good work.
Technically, you have to be better at table tennis to only just lose than you would have to win.
That's true. Around about this time, Judy has another vision of Annabelle, isn't it? Up in the
That's
bedroom.
rocking in the chair, isn't she?
It's the rocking in the chair moment, which is pretty scary. I don't know. It definitely felt like the Annabelle stuff could have easily been left out. For me, as someone who's maybe not as well versed in all of the mythology, it just confused me a bit. Maybe that makes me an idiot, but I was a bit like, what's Annabelle got to do with this? But was it just supposed to show that she had that connection to supernatural stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just a cheap way to, sell probably more Annabelle merch and also just get more
Playing the
fans in.
hits.
Yeah.
Playing the hits.
Playing the hits, yeah.
And isn't Judy like directly connected to Annabelle because she was in
Yeah.
Annabelle Homecoming. It's her and her mates. They get haunted by the Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's been after her particularly, we could say.
Hmm.
That's her enemy. If it was like an Avengers Endgame, it would be Judy versus Annabelle. I guess. Ed, who's his big enemy?
Red Bull.
Yeah. Yeah, vodka Red Bull.
It's his
Viral
own
heart disease like
it's his
Goku.
own diet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Oh yeah, he was gasping for lasagna.
I want lasagna.
I want lasagna. I like it.
That's my bit of lasagna.
You can have a heart-healthy version of lasagna, surely. Eggplant,
Some lentils in it.
But
Yeah,
they could have
come on.
cut quite a few bits out of this movie, and then got a little bit more of a payoff at the end.
Yeah.
With the church scene, which was hoodwinked into the movie to say, "Oh, do you fancy coming back for a wedding scene?" To every single, not every single cast, but definitely a good collection.
Yeah.
But it fucking flashed through it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're gonna do it, hang on it, because you put so much in the rest of it, you kind of had to rush through it.
Absolutely flown by. Is that the kid from Iron Man 3? No time. Keep going.
Give us like a sitcom ending of everybody everybody having a few seconds on the screen and just telling us what film they're from, because most of them like grown up as well. There was a kid, wasn't there?
The little
have
boy
the
from The
stats.
Devil Made Me Do It. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stats down the side like WWE.
Yeah.
Definitely do that. How many times possessed?
Yeah.
Etc.
How many times the devil made him do it? Or
How many times the
otherwise.
devil made him do it? But so the reason that they get back in the saddle is because Father Gordon, he asked them obviously, but then he goes to see the Smurls, has a little look around the house.
I thought he was going to get punched by a fist of flies, Ben, because it was very Amityville.
Yeah. But he avoided that, and he goes, "I'll go and tell the church because the church, I'm somewhat of a big deal, so they listen to me." But instead of walking into the church, he walks into
Fake church set up by the demons.
set up by the demon. And even the demon knows what pisses him off, having being made to wait by the receptionist.
I love it. What I can now imagine is that he's gone, oh, this is the address of the bishop's office, and then literally just gone in, and it's like instead of 112A, he's gone into 113, like just next door, which is a mirror image of the right one. And he's gone up there. He's gone, oh, what brand of floor cleaner is this? Why, sir, this is a Chekhov's floor cleaner. Okay, well, see you later. I'm just being to this office now.
All the best. But yeah, whatever. Again, we don't see anything of what this like force is or what this particular demon is. Like I thought maybe if there was a little bit of a callback to what we'd seen in the opening scene with the birth, we'd go, okay, there's that familiarity. We understand it's the same thing as in the mirror or whatever. I don't know. Maybe
big, like Clayface would come out and just get him.
Yeah. Let's see the mirror somehow turn into some horrible, Megazord type beast. Again, maybe that'd be too.
That would be the middle, wouldn't it? So the Megazord would be there. The Annabelle would be on the top of it, like the head.
Yeah.
And then you'd have, I don't know, big Valacarms out the side.
I'm well up for this. But no, it just convinces him to kill himself with the floor buffer cable, and yeah,
Yeah,
he hangs
it
himself.
basically. Well, first he's putting the cross up and doing some prayers at it. Unfortunately, he runs out of MP, and then he can't use any more spells. So
Yeah,
his crucifix catches fire after he's had his hand burned. Basically, he can get in him, and then yeah, chucks himself off the stairs, a bit like the shop owner at the beginning.
yeah, kills himself, and then that's how everyone gets drawn back into it. Because at Father Gordon's funeral, again, no one's going. It's probably a demon that done this. They go, well, he was a lovely, happy bloke. I don't think he had suicide in him.
Why would he ever have any any problems? Why would he bring this stuff? A lot of demons in a lot of films
Lot
seem to have
a lot of people at a wedding, but not a lot it's a funeral. I thought, you know.
beloved
Yeah,
priest's funeral.
it's because they've gone, man of God killed himself. Oh, I'll stay away from that a little
Let's
bit.
brush this under the carpet.
Absolutely out of
But
order.
I mean, a lot of the work of demons, bearing in mind they are not necessarily party to the laws of man. A lot of demons spend a lot of effort and energy making things look like accidents and suicides.
Oh yeah, you think the demon want to take credit for this
Yeah, the
stuff?
demon should written, I am a demon who is real. I've killed this bloke. Chuck him
I've
off.
killed a priest.
Yeah, I've
I've
killed this priest. I am dead hard, I am. See ya. But no, he goes,
Exactly.
I'll make this look like an accident. Or previously in The Devil Made Me Do It, I'm going to frame this boy for murder.
So immediately, Judy just pretty much just goes straight to Pennsylvania to investigate, doesn't she?
The spookiest state of all.
The spookiest state of all, exactly.
Pennsylvania.
Nice.
And then very nice. And that is when Tony goes and gets Ed and Lorraine involved, and you think, oh, he's getting them to help. No, they're just gonna go and pick her up. Get the hell out
I
of there.
mean, to be fair, before that, her visions have continued to intensify, and she was in a spooky mirror room trying on a wedding dress the day before the suicide.
I like
Oh
that
yeah,
bit. I like
forgot
that
about that
bit.
one.
It mirrors bit
Yeah,
Suspiria feeling
Yeah.
yeah.
on that.
Spirit, we thought the same. Yeah. Um.
I've never tried on wedding dresses, but do all wedding shops have a room that would send you into some horrible existential crisis like that one would? I'd hate to be in a room
Every
completely
angle.
surrounded by mirrors, like I'm
Seeing
in Alan
every
Wake.
single angle.
As a bold man, every time I see the back of my head, I'm confused by it. I'd hate to be in that room. I would hate to be in that room. Is that how many folds I got on the back of my head? For fuck's sake. Is this what everyone else is seeing? For God's sake. But yeah.
I do get it though, because quite often maybe it's the entertainment I've consumed over the years, but sometimes if I look at myself in a mirror for too long, I'm like, what if I reach out and strangle myself from out of the mirror in a second?
Oh dear.
And sometimes you got to if you're trying to get the lines on your beard just right.
Something
Get
like
some
this happens in, is it
floss in them.
Us? There's like an evil double in Us that like grabs her through the mirror, isn't there? I was
Yeah.
feeling that is what happened. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty effective scare, I guess. Some people are probably more scared of marriage than being in that room, but you know,
It's a horrible room. I hope those rooms don't really exist.
yeah.
I feel
So
like that would be like the worst. Like if you wanted to have like a particularly cruel prison, that's how you would design it here. Go into the room of infinite mirrors and think about what you've done.
yeah. So that's why Judy obviously goes to the Smurls. Ed and Lorraine follow.
In 2 cars. Why?
Come on, guys.
I just couldn't. I was like, why? Oh, just because he has to drive his muscle car.
He wants his muscle car, doesn't he? He don't want to be the passenger
If
in any
I've got to bring a
situation.
mirror back here, lickety split,
It's
then I'm
gotta
going to
be
need the
my muscle
fastest
car.
car.
Yeah.
So obviously they try and talk Judy into going home, but she convinces her parents to help. She goes, "One last job, and then you can retire." He was 2 weeks away from retirement, Ed, before he had a bloody heart attack. I mean, it's quite nice. They get settled in nicely, making a bit of brekkie. I like that joke about the
Bit
pancakes
of
and the waffles.
banter, yeah.
That was pure bants, where he was just like, "Do you always make pancakes?" "No. Sometimes I make waffles."
Hey,
I
you've
enjoyed
made
that.
friends like the dad and the son from recent Jurassic Park movie, but not awful.
Yeah. Ed just does a lot of the legwork, doesn't he? He does a lot of the admin, interviewing the couple and about what's been happening. Lorraine explores every nook and cranny of the house, and then she goes, "There's a tragedy happened in this house." I go, "Well, no shit," and that's when she explains the three forces, um, the husband, the mother, and the wife.
But also a demon that's blocking her
Also, probably a
signal.
demon. Probably a demon controlling it.
The,
A
the
facade.
demon's got the demon's dialed 141, so she can't find out who it is. Withheld number.
Uh, we get a point where Judy sees Annabelle again, and she attacked by that big
Big Annabelle.
apparition. Big
Yeah.
Annabelle.
Triple XL.
Triple XL Annabelle. Bloody hell. Reminded me a little bit of the new footage of Resident Evil Requiem, the new game as well, with that big hulking thing like coming through the doors, and it was pretty cool, I thought. But unnecessary because when they said, "Oh, the thing behind it is demonic," and then it said Annabelle, I was like, "Oh," and it said "Miss Me," didn't it? So I was like, "Oh, Annabelle then." So Annabelle's behind it all, but no, that was just a.
That was the mirror saying that.
Oh, I see. I'm easily confused, but my God, it was not straightforward, was it?
So fair enough, Annabelle. I haven't had a chance to miss you. You live at our house. I've only just left. Been gone a day. So I think it's the mirror that writes "miss me."
Oh,
above
well, I
itself.
miss you. Yeah, but that's stupid, isn't it? Miss me? Well, I was a baby, a newborn baby.
I wasn't even born, actually.
I wasn't
never
actually
met
even
you.
born. So get over yourself, mirror.
Do you is this now? But you appear to be more attuned with the Conjuring lore and these things than perhaps I am. Is this like an exercise in the demon, like whittling her down so it can do a possession in a bit?
Yeah, that's the idea is just trying to create that negative energy. But again, it's not created fantastically. You feel it in the other movies. You feel the separation. You feel that family are just like absolutely fucked. But these guys are just like, I don't feel it from them at all. I didn't really understand the Smurls. I didn't really give a shit. They never looked. They kind of the one time they lined up on the stairs. Don't go. But I don't know. It's just like there wasn't enough for me.
The bloody. Well, that's the thing. Like, there's like twin girls, like little girls,
Yeah.
and I guess usually in these films you feel like, oh no, the kids, the poor kids, and even the dog, Simon.
Got thrown against the wall. The
didn't
fucking.
like that.
Oh, I'd have
No,
beat
that
the
was
shit
bad,
out of
yeah.
Oh,
that
don't
demon.
touch the dog.
Don't touch the bloody.
Especially not beloved dog Simon.
Not beloved dog Simon. It's gone.
Simon is quality. Extra
Yeah.
half star to this movie for Simon alone. His name,
big
choice,
sigh.
everything about
Absolutely.
him.
But yeah, like even with the twins, like when one of the twins sees the ghost of the old woman early on, you're like, oh, okay, we understand this now. But then
Yeah.
it doesn't really revisit it, like any
2
of
minutes
their
later, they're
fears.
like, "All right, Judy, do you like dolls?" She's like, little joke. She's
Not
like,
really.
"Judy, do you like dolls?" Not really.
Fuck no. Hell fucking no. So yeah. So what happens again?
It's
I
Judy
think
that finds the mirror in the loft because Lorraine searches every inch of the house apart from the abandoned spooky loft.
how did it get back? There's like a cut of this movie where it's like the what's that film? Homeward Bound, where the dog and the cat come home. It's the mirror putting itself
Getting
back
back from the
together at the
dump.
dump and going all the way back home and putting itself in the attic. Yeah. So she finds the mirror and they realize obviously it's that, and they go, well, what are we gonna do about this? Just take it home. Just take it home. They agree to hand the mirror over to the Warrens and transport it back to their home at that night. They get the A to Z out to see what the quickest route is. Have a little disagreement.
Have a
about
little proper father-in-law discussion. Oh, this motorway is going to be quicker. Not this time of night. What? The middle of the night where all roads will be quiet. I think it's fine.
How did you feel about this particular shot as well, where it like just came out of the house, went above the house, and then went back in the house? Was that,
I mean, I liked it, but it was wildly
What-
unnecessary.
what was that? What did that have to do with anything?
I was more put out by it basically changed into Fast and Furious for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it did.
I was like,
didn't it?
what's going on?
To be fair
What?
though, not the
Which
only
one?
similarity of Fast and the Furious. They defeat the mirror as by family.
With La
That's how they do
Familia?
it.
Yeah,
That's
family.
That's how Fast and the Furious, all the Fast and Furious films end.
Yeah, I mean, I will
Well, we're a
take
family.
I'll take the mad drone transition. I would have also accepted a Transformers style like Ed's face as a standalone graphic, come up to the screen, turn around, be Lorraine, and then come back.
Oh yeah,
That
I
would have
like
been
that.
excellent.
That sounds great.
Um,
That is when we get the scare of Tony driving around Fast and Furious style, and the old lady stops him, and he goes, "Ah!
I've crashed into the neighbour's fence."
I've crashed into the fence."
How would you have got that mirror in that little car as well?
Yeah,
Tiny.
absolutely.
There's a whole section of putting the roof bars on.
Oh, so this is when the demon possesses Judy, and upstairs, obviously, Lorraine finds her being all
How does it
creepy in the
ultimately
corner.
get to her? Does it get her off camera?
She
Have
goes,
I
she
forgotten
like gets a
that?
bit unwell, doesn't she? Starts getting a bit of a cough. Oh no, got a bit of a tickly throat. Right, that's it.
I mean, it's a bit the
Demon's
same,
coming
isn't
right
it? When
for
you
you.
get when you get a bit of a cold, suddenly shingles.
Yeah,
Same is true of demons.
yeah. So we get demon possessing Judy, who comes
The
down.
idea of that is like basically it's never left her. It's
Okay.
always been with her since she's been born, and then for some reason, it exaggerates it when she's back in that house with the mirror. Suspend your disbelief.
Why did the mirror try its very best to gather the people that were the closest to defeating it that one time?
Arrogance.
Yeah.
Arrogance.
It does say we've been waiting patiently, so to be fair, it does
This-
have that virtue. It has waited ages.
This bloody arrogant mirror.
I guess if you're gonna live, if you're an ageless and eternal force, and your entire physical form is stuck in a mirror, I guess you do get bored.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after a while, you've got to have something to keep you going. Thinking, right, I'll wait until
Yeah.
I can possess
You need
this
a
girl in
challenge.
about 20 years.
You need a challenge, is what you need. Yeah. So yeah, they trying to get the mirror out of the. Oh no, wait, we're talking about Judy being possessed. I mean,
She shoves Lorraine down the stairs into the basement.
shoves Lorraine down the stairs into the basement. Gives Ed the 5-point exploding hand technique thing to make him have a heart attack. Hey, fucking have it!
Hooks him right in the chest like, angina.
Oh no! Get me a Red Bull. Get me a Red Bull. I need one. I'm desperate.
Gotta take my nondescript heart pills, which somehow cure heart attacks instantly.
Drops them all down the stairs like a madman. So down in the basement is when Lorraine gets attacked by the axe spirit guy, Marilyn Manson.
He thinks it's such a laugh, doesn't he? He's laughing all the time.
How can you make this happen? Just open the door. Just get someone else who's not involved in that vision to open the door, and it'll immediately end.
Put a light on.
Stick a bloody light on.
Put a big light on, and then he gets disappeared.
It says here she relives the murder he once committed. So that is when the mum or the wife is like doing a shush, and gets axed in the head. I guess
doing a shush.
So yeah, and obviously Tony basically rescues Lorraine in that particular moment. Ed magically recovers. He's all right. He hasn't had a heart attack now. He's
had his heart medicine, so he's all right now.
Lorraine tells Ed that the demon is specifically after Judy all along. And Judy, obviously, that's when we see her do bad things to Simon, which is
she
unacceptable.
Psychically slams him against a wall. And even if it was my daughter, I'm afraid I'd be dipping my fists in that holy water and say, right.
Give it the Mike Cavill.
Yeah, we're right. The father and the son.
Henry Cavill.
The reloaded fists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd have never seen it coming.
Judy, when she goes upstairs to commit suicide, when she's possessed, they make an absolute meal of trying to save her, don't they? They go, "What's that? What's that? Some boards on here, drywall." Everyone puts their fucking feet through the ceiling. Why is Tony like not lifting her up? He's just like, oh, cutting the rope is like bloody vibranium. This rope, it's just they're making such a meal of it. I'm like, oh guys,
cut me your bluntest penknife.
I've only got butter knife, unfortunately. Oh, it's all right. We'll be there in 4 to 6 working days.
Quickly train these mice to bite through it. Come on, lads. Holding a mouse against the rope. Come on,
mouse. Get Simon up here. He'll do a better job.
Simon could have saved the day then. That'll teach those.
They save her after she's been I don't know, choking for about.
But also, once
Seven
again,
hours.
despite the fact that everyone in the house has seen her possessed, the demon still tries to go with the faker suicide
Yeah.
thing. Just go,
Well,
let's put her upstairs. I don't want the authorities to find out. I need plausible deniability.
it's a standard attack. That's all he's got. Oh, fake suicide. Then I suppose everyone goes crashing through the ceiling. Which
They
is
should have just moved out, bearing in mind their house is at this point absolutely
absolutely
destroyed.
battered. Yeah.
No insurance company's going to pay out on this. And so, madam, I'm so sorry about your house being destroyed. Let us get the claim process started. How did this happen exactly? Well, a couple of lads came in and stomped through every single panel in my loft, and then they fell 3 stories through my house with a giant mirror.
And this is obviously the final stand. Everybody against the mirror, who, as we mentioned before, does a horrible, ridiculous 1,000,000 miles an hour spin.
Spins like a Beyblade and then flies at them on the diagonal.
Yeah, spins like a Beyblade. Comes straight at him. Poor old Tony gets caught underneath. So awkward.
He gets his
He
leg
takes the
pinched.
worst.
He's like rips the skin off his shins, then it like chokes him. Oh, it's brutal.
It does point towards. I love it how at this point Ed goes, "Get me the book." What book? The Bible.
Get me the bloody Bible.
The bloody good book.
The good book, yeah. And then, so what do they actually do to beat this thing? Do they just? What do they do?
Family.
The power of love.
It's pretty much that, isn't it? It's pretty
Doesn't
much that.
Lorraine? Because by the way, after she finished being hanged, Judy's fine now. She's unpossessed.
Oh yeah.
But there's basically a horrible Warrens in the mirror, all frowny and shouty. And then Lorraine realizes that all the time she's been telling Judy to seal up her powers, actually,
It's basically Frozen.
yeah,
Oh my
tells
god!
her to embrace the heart of the cards and
Bloody right.
Let it go. Let it go.
I wanted to see more of Evil Warrens. I wish we had more of them throughout the film. I thought it was pretty cool.
yeah, that would have been an acceptable thing if there'd been like literally an evil Warrens that they were
Warren
fighting
versus
against.
Warren.
Yeah, it'd have been great. I'd love to have seen that.
That's what I found hard. It was just like really the crux of it was them versus a mirror at the end, and I just found that really hard to swallow after the kind of demons they've been against.
Yeah,
They're just against the mirror. It's like there's no massive cool demon. It's just a mirror, and that's what I had hard.
If the demon was really that
in the
strong.
end, the moral is they're battling themselves.
Whereas I need less
Oh, God.
metaphor. I literally want Mirror Dimension the Renaults, the backwards. Bizarro Warrens.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
how I
love that.
That would be cool.
Nice.
So they beat the bloody mirror. Mirror, it just smashes, doesn't it?
Goes
Drop
all
it,
tarnished and
smashes,
smashed. But they put it in the
still
house
take out.
anyway. And then in
Yeah.
the scene where they take it, they wave goodbye to the family quite literally on the door, like, "Goodbye, Warrens, goodbye."
We'll send you the invoice.
It'll send you the invoice.
Now add that to the repairs going to be needed for the house. You're going to be ruined. Now see you later.
Simon
been a
probably
good
needs a
time.
check over at the vets, but
Yeah.
the good thing is we do see Simon, so he is fine.
Simon's fine. He was barking outside when it was raining, wasn't he? So we knew
Yeah.
he was all right.
So Simon is just grand. So they've all gone off, and then we see them back at the house, and they're putting the mirror in the special room full
They
of.
just put it in a corner
of
somewhere. Not really a
goodies.
space for it. I'm like,
It's a pretty full room.
yeah.
Next to the samurai, you know,
Yeah.
well, there's lots of callbacks.
I want to know about that stuff. When was a samurai sword bloody haunted or possessed?
Is that one of the items in Annabelle Homecoming?
Annabelle Homecoming, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm always into it now.
I need to watch that then. I'll get around to that eventually.
Yeah, so they put that one down, and then we learn at this point that you'll never guess the name of the mirror.
Go on.
It's the Conjuring Mirror.
Oh, that's the name of it. Is that what it's called?
Was that mentioned? Did I switch off?
You'd already left at this point.
Yeah.
You didn't see
Yeah,
the wedding.
Who calls it the Conjuring Mirror?
I read it in the Wikipedia notes. It's a
Oh.
Conjuring Mirror. Maybe it is maybe I don't recall them saying it out loud, but I think they should have. They go, I'm going to call this Conjuring Mirror.
Say that.
And then
Hang on a minute.
do.
Hang on a minute. Say that again, Ed. The Conjuring Mirror. Very nice.
Then the soundtrack from Transformers the movie cuts in.
You got the touch.
Then we get
Perfect.
just end it there. Then we get Judy getting married to Tony, and then we see who's who, familiar faces from the films.
Yeah.
Who have we
Mom
got?
from the first one.
Mum from the first one. Who else?
Is it the daughter from
the mum from the second one.
Mom from the second
Mum from the
one?
second one, coming all the way over from it's
England.
Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will you fly over for my daughter's wedding?
Enfield.
What?
Enfield.
Enfield.
Yeah.
Will you fly over for my daughter's wedding? Sorry, but no.
It was the actress Frances O'Connor who plays Peggy,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's obviously the first Conjuring one is the mother who was also in The Haunting, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it had Twilight reference here, Matt. Love this.
Oh, God.
It had the grown-up Renesmee. She was the oldest daughter in the
Oh.
first Conjuring movie.
First one. Oh, was she?
Yeah, and she appeared in that wedding scene, so they got her in there.
I
James
thought you'd love
Wan.
that.
James Wan just
James
chilling.
Wan.
James
Smiling
Wan's
away.
there just chilling. The priest is backwards boy Gabriel from It's Not.
That would have been good.
They did have the police officer from the first episode. They obviously had the helper guy in there as well.
Yeah.
There was the ones I think, and I don't reckon this is why it's so flash in the pan, but I'm guessing there must have been the family from the Last Rite, or not the Last Rite, the
Devil Made Me Do It. The little boy.
It was the
Little
boy
boy,
grown
isn't
up,
it?
wasn't it? Yeah, it was the boy
If
If
grown
he's
up.
not still in prison, because he did go to prison, didn't he?
I think it's the younger brother.
Oh, okay.
The
There you
you know
go.
the one that's possessed at the bit where the
Yes.
guy
yeah.
goes, "Go into me instead." It's that one. The little brother who was possessed for a bit.
Yeah,
He's there. The kid from Iron Man 3, obviously.
obviously.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson was
There
in
we
the
go.
back.
The best of the best.
Yeah.
Everybody needs
Putting a team
to be there.
together, the Warrens.
Everybody needs to be there for a wedding that doesn't impact them even slightly. But
Yeah.
it's nice to see them all there. And then we get some little wedding dance sequences, and then Lorraine talks to Ed about a vision for the future, that they lived out a lovely, peaceful life, happy ever after.
I have foreseen with my psychic powers that our principal adventures are over.
Yeah. But we'll go into retirement. We'll have some lovely trips to the garden centre, and then we'll both die. He died
Yeah.
like 20 years before her, though.
Yeah, 74 he
Yeah.
passed, and she passed away at 92.
92. Just kept
Yeah.
going.
It wasn't that long ago either that she passed, wasn't it?
No, she was alive to see some of these films come out.
2019, I think she passed.
She was alive to see. Oh, they've cast Vera Farmiga as me. Wow.
I look hot.
There we go. So there we go. That's the end of that. That's the end, not just the Conjuring Last Rites, but the end of the Conjuring franchise. Apparently, until the inevitable prequels or reboot or Judy and Tony
I
together.
hear James Wan has said, "Is it finished?" Absolutely yes, but also never say never.
There we go. Confirmation.
Basic
come back.
confirmation. There
I
is
guess-
a producer working on it right now.
I guess if we rate the movie, we need to rate it, but then also decide where it goes. Not in the whole Conjuring franchise, but at least the main 4 installments of the Conjuring films, whether it
I'll
is
work
our
on that.
favorite or our least favorite or anything like that. So, if we rate the film as A to F, pluses and minuses are allowed. How would you like to do it? Who'd like to go first?
What's the rating?
A to F,
Classic
pluses and
school
minuses
ratings.
are allowed. Classic school rating, yes, indeed.
Okay, then I'd suppose it would be a D.
Oh, D for Devil Made You Do It.
D for demons are shit.
Demons are bloody shit. No, so you weren't a fan. Would you rate it the lowest of all 4 of the main?
Of all 4 of them, yeah, definitely. And I
Yeah.
didn't really like the last. And I didn't really like the last one. So yeah.
What about you, Matt? Where are you standing on this one?
See, I don't know. I'd probably say I'd probably say the same, to be honest, because I really do love the second one so much, and the
Yeah.
first one was like special. Yeah, so I'd probably say the same, to be fair.
Mm,
Mm.
fair enough. Andy, are you going to be a little bit
Well,
more generous, do you think?
yeah, you know what? I
Maybe
know
not.
these do get degrees, but I think it's a perfectly acceptable and well-made film. Like they had, as you guys pointed out, there are some moments of tension in it. There are some effective scares. There are some bits that make you uncomfortable, like when she's watching that video. Some really good set pieces. So it's going to get a standard down the middle a C from me. I think it's a perfectly acceptable watch. Did it set my world on fire? Is it setting like a new standard? Am I going to be telling everyone to rush out and see it? No, not really. It's not going to change your life, particularly when you shine it in the light of some of the original horror movies we've seen this year at cinemas and, coming out in all sorts of formats. It doesn't do enough to stand out in front of all those for me. But if you're a fan of the series, I think
Mm.
you'll enjoy this. The actors in it are charming. The set pieces are good. Ranking wise, I'm going to go in order, top to bottom: 2, 1, 4, 3. So this I think I liked more than The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh, you did.
Um,
Okay.
maybe just I've seen it a lot more recently, and that one's
Yeah.
faded. But it's where I'm standing today, Ben. How
It's
about
where you're
you?
standing today. I'm probably gonna go for like a C. I mean, it could be less than that. It was one of those films where like I was enjoying it while I was watching it, but like by the time it ended, I was a bit like, well, when you think about it, not really that much happened that would be considered, huge for a finale,
Mhm.
or even big compared to some of the previous films. So I'll probably go for a C. I'll just go for a standard C. But
Yeah.
in terms of the rankings, it might have to be bottom for me because I'm just looking at the ratings. So I think I went for 2 as my favorite, 3 next, then the original, then 4, according to my letterbox ratings. Now that obviously might be different depending on what mood I was in when I watched them, but I remember coming out of The Devil Made Me Do It feeling a lot more like, oh yeah, felt like a big sort of a grand scale horror movie. Whereas
Think
this
of when
one,
it came out though, you'd like the first release from lockdown. You're probably just happy to be out of the house.
I'm just happy to be
True,
out of the house,
true.
mate. Yeah. Whereas with this one, yeah, it's like greatest hits. The Warrens versus the Bloody Mirror at the end. That's not what we want. We
The
want
Renoirs.
the rest. We want yeah, we want them.
I would like that.
But yeah, that'd be
Get
great,
me in,
wouldn't it?
James Wan, when you need some more help. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be great. Or like even if it was like them all standing toe to toe against like actual demons, I mean, that might sound a bit ridiculous. That is a bit end game, but still.
Walter Peck comes and basically the health department shuts down
Yeah,
their thing. He takes
so,
all the items that they get burgled.
yeah, this is great. There's some sort of
All out.
spell. There's some sort of spell that's keeping that room sealed, and all of the ghosts and the spirits and the ghoulies go across the USA, and they've got to hunt them down. This is like a mini series, isn't it, rather than the movie? But let's make it be that. This was
An
just a bit
evil
meh,
collector,
wasn't
the
it?
Renoirs, get out of the mirror. They possess the family. They go to the house. They rob them, do a car boot sale, and sell them to people all around the country.
For really shit money as well.
Oh, I can't
Everyone's
get this back
bargaining
in
with
the
it.
van. Can't get this back in the
Bargain.
van.
We take £2 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll give you
Is this the
2 quid.
start? Is this the kicking off point of what's it called? Needless things, or what's the
Needless
Oh,
things,
yeah.
yeah.
needless things
Need
in
my
Yeah, yeah.
face.
England? Yeah.
Can I ask you a question though? I just want to ask you one question. Is basically, do do you think it's constrained of going that extra bit because it's kind of a 15 and it just cannot? If I'd love to see like an 18 Conjuring film, just
Yeah,
I
I feel
think because
like
they could push the boundaries more.
Vera
yeah,
Farmiga could go, fuck off, Alec. Get
yeah. Eat
seriously,
shit,
get to
Valak.
fuck.
I
Eat
think a lot
shit,
of these
mate.
films do, but you shouldn't have to rely on just that 18 rating to be able to push
Yeah.
it. Films can still be scary, but I guess this film is constrained by the 15, but I guess it's also constrained by everything
I
that came
mean, don't be
before it.
wrong, it pushes it. I think it pushed it to the limits of where it could with a 15, but I would love to see a Conjuring 18
Yeah,
film.
They're also constrained, I think, by the fact this is now a studio
yeah.
horror franchise, which they are trying to get to a broad audience. They're trying to go wide on it, so they've got to kind of
Mm-hmm.
go middle of the road. I
Yeah.
think.
That's the thing. In the cinema when I went, it was a lot of families older
Yeah.
families, and there was a lot of different walks of life of people. So
Mhm.
it just proves it just kind of like hits home with all different types of people. You know, some people say it's like a bit paint by numbers in areas, but
Yeah.
it definitely is. It's got that massive market of people that have been out and watched all of them. So, you know,
You
Yeah.
know
That's
what?
true.
It's gonna if it takes the money that it takes the money, then it's good for horror. Because
Yeah.
if that's the
Yeah,
one that
definitely.
takes the money in, then they can spend it on the more juicy independent ones that we're getting
Yeah.
and these original stories that we've had this year. Fucking yeah, do it.
I agree
Very,
with you on
very
that one,
true.
mate. Definitely.
Also, it's
Absolutely.
nice to see, it's great to see a full cinema anytime, especially
yeah,
Yeah.
for a horror movie. It does make me think as well, though. Maybe what I will say in critique of the producers that love to have these greatest hits, love to have lots of Annabelle recognizable stuff, is that you haven't got to be so explicit with it. Like, yes, people do like things that they recognize. We know what people like even more than shit that they recognize. Stuff that only you think that only you noticed in the film. So you can turn to your mom or your sister
Yeah.
or whoever you've gone with and gone, you might not know this, but I, being an expert in this thing that I'm now hyper focused on and super into,
yeah,
is that actually is Valak from the other one. And you didn't really mention that, but like, give us a long sweeping shot of your spooky horror stuff room and never dwell on it or express anything openly. Give people that stuff so they want to buy it on physical format when it comes in and look for all those Easter eggs, even
They did
in
they did that for
relative
the
terms.
nun. They did
Yeah.
that for the nun. Matt spotted like the amount of times they put the word Valak
mm.
in all
Okay.
different Corin Hardy was a great one for that.
Mm.
The thing is like we joked about like Avengers and all that sort of stuff, but they have built this universe and they've slowly done it as well. So you've got hats off to them. And I mean, the way they work together as actors as well is really good, and they've done so much with it, and they've taken their time with it.
Mhm.
Some have hit, some have not. So but they've worked on it and made it a franchise. So fair play to them.
It's
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
difficult to think that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are just people that work together. They're not
Yeah,
necessarily like they're a very credible married couple.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I'd hate if you ever found out they didn't really get on. You'd be like, oh no.
Oh no.
yeah.
There we go then. That is the Conjuring Last Rites. Where can we find Draw One Last Breath podcast online? Where can our listeners tune into that podcast as well?
Oh, we're everywhere. Anywhere you can get your podcast. We're on Instagram. Just Draw One Last Breath podcast. We're on X now. We're all across the socials. Socials. Just come and hit us up.
Hell yeah, we recommend it most definitely. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure, but it's also been a long time coming, right?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks so much for getting us on, and you guys are definitely got to come on our episode as well. And we'll get Geordie Paul involved as well.
Yes, we're up for that. We're up for a lovely bit of
Let us know what you
crossover.
need. Us would be lovely to come along and join you
Yeah,
guys.
we'll work out what's going to be a good one to bring you
Yeah,
guys on for.
So
absolutely.
start thinking about what you want us to pull out the vault.
Oh, I'll find something
Oh yeah,
deeply upsetting. Don't you worry.
Not any of
something
the Robert.
deeply upsetting. Oh my god.
No,
No
Robert
Robert.
based. Not promising. I mean, I'd have to go through your back catalogue. I'm not throwing out. I wouldn't take the films of the ilk of Chopping Mall off the table. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
we
kind
don't.
of thing could happen.
Yeah, we've done Chop 'Em All. We Light of the Creeps, and yeah, there's a
See,
lot.
when you get into when you guys have got 200 episodes, we've got a few hundred or 400 as well. It's difficult, isn't it, to go,
Mm.
well, we got to cover something. Oh, we've covered that. Oh, we've covered that. It's difficult to find the ones, but it's a genre that just keeps giving, isn't it,
Yeah,
horror? So
true
that's the
Oh
that.
yeah.
thing that's the thing what we like about it. Okay, so thanks everybody for listening. If you enjoyed the show, become a patron over at patreon.com/horror hangout. Thanks to Taj Easton for our theme music. Thanks to Acast and Rusty Quill for hosting the show. Please consider giving us a rating or review. That would be nice. 5 stars. Why not? Oh, you're so generous. Thank you. We're on Fred's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, and horrorhangout.co.uk for everything in one place. The next week, we're covering The Long Walk with Mal Jutley. We watched the first 22 minutes, didn't we, at Fright Fest?
Oh
All four of
yeah.
us.
Buzzing for it.
Super, super excited for that. Buzzing for it. But for now,
Yeah, it's going to be great.
thanks so much for joining us again, Matt and Butch. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers,
Dooba
Jed.
dooba.
Catch you later.
Dooba dooba. See you next time. And if you come face to face with a mirror, 1-on-1, what'd you do?
Hold it face down.
Hold it face down. That's right. Yeah. Don't want all that
Watch
bad
where you
luck.
don't fall out the bloody loft. Come on.
If
Most
someone says
accidents
it's just
happen at
fucking,
home.
just fucking drywall this loft, watch where you're bloody stepping. For God's
Yeah, if
sake.
you've moved into a palatial house, board your loft. See you later,
Exactly.
everybody.
See you later, everybody. Take care.
Like.